Hello and welcome to the Geek Fortress. My name's TJ and we are going to be rocking and rolling with some of that sweet modern format here today. Thank you so much for joining. My name's TJ and I will be joined by the amazing Bryce, who is out there finding us a match right now. Now, I'm told it's an exciting day, which of course it is, and do you know why? Because it is a day. And every day should be exciting, just like every night. But we are going to be rocking and rolling. I know there is someone visiting the store from Florida in the shop right now. I'm excited by that. I'm excited by some green-white hate bears action. I'm excited by a little bit of burn action. I'm excited by some shadow action. Because despite, the deck's power level, it's also just pretty sweet. And we are just going to rock and roll. I'm hyped. I'm set. And hopefully, so are you. F. Missio, the Jackalpup, and Arc LE. Hello, and welcome to the stream. I'm also pretty excited by the idea that all now Twitch affiliates can get subs, which is super cool. It is Modern Tonight Murph. That it is. We've got that modern fun kicking off. Get you Kiki Cord. I'm not sure if I can get you Kiki Cord, but there is one of our Kiki Cord players in the store. It just depends on what they're actually playing.
What's up?
I see you've already placed my burn deck on camera.
Oh. This should be fun then. And she's up against Ryan.
Who's on
Burning Tree. Burning Tree Zoo.
Oh, goodness.
Bushwhacker Zoo. However you want to say it. Revolt Zoo, I guess, is what SCG says.
Yeah, that's wrong.
It's somewhat accurate.
It's somewhat accurate. I'll give you that. So, my goodness. Boros Burn versus Bushwhacker Zoo. Fortnite's one word? Sure.
Fortnite's one word? What's Fortnite's one word?
Well, is Fortnite's one word or two words?
Fortnite's is... So Fortnite, the word, is one word, but Fortnites are separate.
Okay.
I think.
I've only ever said it. Maybe there's a space in the middle. Not really sure.
Who knows?
Who takes your edge in this one? I'm going to give it to Bushwhacker Zoo.
I am as well.
Also, Maeve, not super familiar with the burn deck, could have a little bit of trouble switching roles in this one, because I don't think you're going to be able to outrace the Bushwhacker Zoo deck, and Ryan plays a little bit fast and loose, so if there are some wins, it's going to be from Ryan being a little bit greedy. He does.
Very true. He likes to keep, the one-landers every now and then, and by every now and then, I mean almost all the time.
Yep. Only one way to find out, though. See you there.
All right.
And thank you, Chaos. I'm super excited. I like that. It's Fortnite. It's two words, but they're both capitalized.
Yeah.
Fortnite is the pronoun. Fortnite is the chat.
Technically true.
Love it.
Made it a hashtag. Perfect.
It's your solution-oriented thinking that got us through. Okay, so Maeve seems to be going for a mulligan already. Not going to be helping in the grand scheme of things, but that's okay. We'll just keep cruising anyway.
That's how it goes.
That is how it goes.
You know?
Hopefully forward.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is how things typically go.
You
have antlers again.
I do have antlers again. Delightful, adorable, it's good to see you. Hey, didn't I want a hat from Texas? Do you remember that hat from Texas?
Yes, I do.
I love the hat from Texas. I love it.
The problem was trying to get it back home on the plane.
Yep. Seafrunk, it's good to see you. Eric and Bryce vetoed me having my hat in their faces. It was a beautiful hat. And we've got an Inspiring Vantage, and we might be suspending... Ooh, Lightning Bolt to take it down. Lightning Bolt to take it down isn't a bad play.
Looks like she's just going to pass.
With
Probably on the Lightning Bolt plan.
Yeah, it looks like there's two of those in hand, so maybe can next turn play down another land, suspend one Rift Bolt, and have the other Lightning Bolt.
And there's Ryan on his one-lander.
Classic Ryan.
So, I don't think I like Maeve passing back, because if Ryan had just gone land attack, and you try to bolt it, a Targus command can blow you up.
I think I would also be main phasing it, but I'm not gonna... Okay, we're gonna turn a little bit on the aggressive side if you're gonna do it now.
Yeah. Hey, look, not land.
Offering the trade with the 2/2 is a spicy play here. Also, the not land there is real good.
Okay, Ryan gonna trade.
I think you suspend a Rift Bolt. Ooh. Alright, so she's going to save up the lightning bolt, but she knows what the draw is.
So maybe Ryan has another 1-mana creature here.
I don't think that's
Nope,
the case.
just sends it back.
And actually, I do like Maeve's play here of holding it onto the bolt. So now, possibly going to be starting to turn some of these sideways backwards. I'm assuming that there was a play there. Gotcha.
Bolt your face.
I think being
That
a
was
little
the play.
bit conservative with these rift bolts, because the longer you hold on to them, the worse they are, because
Oh,
they're always
yeah.
one turn later than you want them to be.
Yep. Because you want the burn now.
Yes.
Alright, so this is Suspend 2 Rift Bolt's turn.
I would, if you haven't yet, now's the time.
Yep.
Alright, so we do actually draw a land, however.
Okay.
And Ryan might actually just win on the spot.
Down to 9.
He's got Hidden Herbalist, and he's got Manamorphose, and he's got a
But he
Reckless
doesn't have
Bushwhacker.
Revolt.
And a Reckless Bushwhacker.
He doesn't have Revolt right now because
Oh,
it
good
wasn't
point.
a fetch land.
Good point. So that's actually not quite as good.
Get Burning Tree Emissary, Reckless Bushwhacker. Get in for 5.
And
then
realize
3,
that he's
6, 9,
dead.
and you're dead.
Probably shouldn't have turned all the creatures sideways.
Probably not. But I mean, we knew Maeve's hand. We knew that she had plenty of action for at least one of the creatures.
Yeah.
Oh, Doro's asking you an important question.
I will probably do that in the online version. Probably not the paper one.
TJ, you have your own tokens in your deck.
Maybe. I might. I didn't sign
Just a
them.
little bit.
I didn't sign them.
You didn't sign the tokens.
I figured that would
for
be a little
yourself.
bit too.
Perfect.
Okay, so for the sideboarding, I like. Actually, I don't even know what my sideboard is. Hold on, is it the same as my online sideboard?
That's a great question.
I'm not really sure. I think it is. If so, then Searing Blood should come in, and probably the two paths.
It should be the same because you made changes to it when we were in Vegas, right?
Good call.
Yep.
You're right. I had to buy some pieces.
So
Okay.
deflecting Palm Searing Blood path.
That's true. Hold on. Let's.
Looks like she's going to stick with Searing Blood path.
I like that. That's what I would bring in, and I'd probably take out the Skull
Why
Crush.
don't you just call it Red Baron Burn?
That's a better call. Yep. It's a deck type now, everybody.
Nailed it.
It's a deck type. Did you see what you took out?
I did not, but maybe we'll get a glance at it.
We shall see.
Looks like she cut.
Looked like
Was
Goblin
it
Guides.
3 Rift Bolts or Goblin Guides?
Rift Bolts makes occasional sense just because of how slow that card is. Lava
It
Spike.
was not Lava Spike. That was not Lava Spike art.
It wasn't bright enough to be Lava Spike art
Yeah.
in my mind. It might have been. I actually like the idea of taking out cards that don't hit the creatures.
That's
I
fair.
think I'd prefer to hit Skullcrack just because Ryan doesn't have much that's going to have that protection.
I mean, hey, maybe I didn't quite catch the art, Chaos.
It's
Happens.
possible. I would like Skullcrack to be the cut, though. Boros Charm has a little bit of incidental value, but mostly you want to interact in this matchup. Because if you've got a handful of Lava Spikes, then Ryan is just going to kill you.
Oh yeah. Makes his job real easy because he just plays creatures and goes, nah.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan taking a mulligan. And
I think we're missing
so
land.
is Maeve. She has one land, I think, at the back. It's a fetch land.
That doesn't look like a fetch land.
I'm pretty sure that's a Bloodstained Mire at the back.
Maybe it is. Ooh, but Maeve.
Never know.
Mole's the one-lander. Nice.
Thanks, Tevin. I know. I play decks that are good. If they're miserable, so be it.
Time walking, it's good to see you. No, it's all good, Cass. I am happy if Maeve cut Riftbolt, Lava Spike, or Skullcrack. I
Any
would
of
even be
those
happy
ones-
with some Goblin Guides getting cut.
Okay.
I would be somewhat less, but on the draw, it actually could make a little bit of sense because they're mostly going to be like blocking. So I actually don't mind cutting some of the creatures anyway in favor of more interaction as well. So any of those 4 cards, I'm pretty happy. And it looks like Maeve going for a drum solo to kick
Ooh.
off. I actually really like this. It was a pretty popular move in ancient history with a lot of warfare, some kind of pre-battle rituals. And I think Maeve might be trying to channel a little bit of that right now.
I don't think you're right about that.
Yeah, I think that is the case. Now, we do also have a Lightning Helix and a Searing Blaze in hand, so if there is a 6 and there are lands, this is probably going to be a good one. It's probably going to be a good one. It's got Path, too. This is just a handful of removal.
Just a handful of get your stuff out of my way.
Though there is a Skullcrack in that hand, so we
Ooh.
know one thing. We know that it wasn't the Skullcracks that got cut.
Or, you know, it's the one Skullcrack left in the deck.
Also possible. Also possible. But I think that is 2 lands. I like this hand overall. It does a lot of interacting. I like that. It's pretty fun.
Wait a minute, you like to interact when you're playing Burn?
In most of my decks.
It's so weird.
8-Rack interacts. Lantern interacts.
I beat 8-Rack on Sunday.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice. It's a pretty favored matchup.
Chalice on one's pretty good.
Yep. Yep. So is Walking Ballista.
Walking Ballista was great.
Yeah. So we've got kicking things off with a Dryad Arbor and Maeve not removing it. I don't think she has a 1-mana removal.
Stone Rain.
I mean, Path.
She has
to
Path. Getcha. Take that, Dryad Harbor.
Okay,
Get
Path.
out of my face.
With Path as the only 1-mana removal, I think she made the right call.
Path and Ryan's upkeep.
Still,
Cuts him off the land for a turn. Gets
Still.
that Dryad Harbor out of here.
I'm still not on it.
I mean, you're right.
I think I would much rather see if Ryan doesn't have a whole lot to do, and then maybe try and Searing Blaze that.
I'm pretty sure that I would never Path to Exile a Dryad Arbor unless it was going to kill me.
Yep. Yeah, that makes sense. And like Bogles or something like that. That makes sense. How's the night going? Going well. We're just starting. How you doing, Dave? So we are going to path one of these. We're going to grab another land, which means that using the Searing Blaze on that Dryad Arbor a lot less relevant. So we might actually see going for the Hidden Herbalist. It is a 2/2, so Maeve can show a little bit of patience because even the Atarkus command doesn't save it.
I don't know what killing the Arbor on fetch does. Hey, Goblin Bushwhack.
It's probably because it cuts off the ability to like revolt. If Ryan's going for it this turn, then you kind of disable his game plan.
Well,
also getting
he's
into-
saying in response to Ryan fetching.
Yeah, because he's going for revolt, so then you make it.
That
but then it would
just
just
gives you revolt anyway.
Never mind, you're
But
right.
you already have revolt because you
Yeah, no, you're
cracked
right.
fetch.
You're right. So 2 lands available. Are we going to go for a Searing Blaze? Probably.
Nailed it.
Which one do you go for?
Probably the 2/2 and not one of the 1/1s.
I would take that too.
Or the 3/2 right now.
I would probably make that same play. So we're down to 14 and 15. Maeve can then untap and has access to a Lightning Helix, which is going to be pretty nice for just, heading back up to 18 is pretty good against this deck.
Plus, it gets
And
to take out one of Ryan's creatures, probably the land.
there's a decent option. The big thing right now is that Ryan doesn't have a forest. So if you can take out the Dryad Arbor, you're actually cutting off Ryan from his Hidden Herbalists and his Wild Macoddles and his the Auk, the 1/2 that becomes a 2/3 revolt creature.
Oh, Narnum Renegade.
Yeah, that one. I do love fetch for basic. That's a sweet play.
Yeah, but it's not a basic plains, TJ.
I love fetch for basic. It is. It feels so good.
Koth Plus Mountain is arguably the best mountain. I think that the best mountain is Steam Fence.
I think the best mountain is Mountain.
Or Volcanic Island.
I'm super bothered by how I don't know how I feel about that new not going for the green sword. There we go.
Yeah.
Oof.
Gotcha.
Nice, Maeve. Taking it down, swinging for 2, and Maeve is taking a step on the aggressive side, which I kind of like. Could have held that back and just kept back the Goblin Bushwhacker.
Ooh, but here is Burning Tree Emissary into Reckless Bushwhacker, I believe. Oh, nope, just a bolt.
Keeping
Good
it nice
enough.
and patient. That's a lot of patience from Ryan for that play. Another fetch for Maeve. Are there any cards? Okay, yeah, there's 2 cards in hand. We've got Goblin Guide and a Skullcrack.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to be a substantial hit for what, 7?
Yep, with another Bushwhacker, that's a big smack.
It is. Oh, I did the math wrong. I think we're going to see a defensive Goblin Guide.
Goblin Guide on blocking duty. Oof.
I love Goblin Guide on blocking duty. Don't you appreciate?
Oh, look, Goblin Guide.
If it can clear a land
This
out of
one's
the
on
way.
attack, though.
If it can clear a land out of the way, that's actually pretty
That's
good.
a lightning bolt.
Maeve's got 9 damage right now, trading with the Burning Tree Emissary.
Mm-hmm.
Takes 2, falls to 6. Isn't dead to the board.
Interesting that she
I think you
decided
Skullcrack.
No, she went to her turn and drew.
I would take the bolt, but I think I would have Skullcracked there. Just because now I'm sitting on, he's at 9, I can put him down to 3.
Going to lightning bolt the Goblin Guide. Gives her a land.
Okay. Takes 2. Sticking with the control game plan, we're down to... Oh, I am missing things. Hold on.
And 6, yeah.
There we go.
Goblin Guy got killed. Okay, so Helix, Skullcrack. Didn't play the land that Ryan knows she has.
Probably just saving it for reasons, but yeah, not hugely relevant. Might fetch... There is one more basic in the deck that you could go for. So we're gonna go to 8, I think. Fetch... You could go for a basic. You don't have a white spell in your hand, and at the rate that you're drawing, you're unlikely to want to hold on to 2 white spells. It's occasionally relevant, but it looks like we're gonna knock him down to 6.
Skullcrack you down to 6. Oh, Helix in response.
Alright, well he's gonna stay at 9, and Maeve will fall to 5. Rough spot 4 because of the fetch. 4 because of the fetch. So it's 4 to 9 in Ryan's favor. Maeve in near top deck mode with a Skullcrack in hand. And I think drew a land.
That's it, yep. We're on to game 3.
A little hasty with the pickup, but I think he might have said that he had the Bushwhacker. Because I think he just showed a Goblin Bushwhacker in hand. Or just, at a certain point.
I don't think he had a
pick
card
up.
in hand.
Oh,
He played
that might have been his graveyard.
the Helix.
Sometimes you just pick him up. I don't hate it.
Yep.
So
It's likely Maeve wasn't winning that game with Ryan at 9 and her down to 4. So
I really enjoy being on the draw in this matchup. Weirdly, I'm not sure if it's enough for me to make that decision to be on the draw, but I
already
hate
did
it.
that, Coleman. I already did that.
I think in this matchup, I a little bit prefer being on the play just because suspending a Rift Bolt on turn 1 feels really good. But I don't know. I'm still a little bit bothered by I really enjoy the idea of being on the draw against elves lately. I need to test that more fully.
I mean, you seem to enjoy it when you were in Vegas.
It really felt right, and that felt wrong. I need to test it more. Maybe that's what I should do. Just spend a week testing the limits of what I can play or draw against with Burn.
Sure, why not?
Because it felt really good to be on the draw to where I could pass with one land open and then bolt one of their lords.
Oh yeah.
It felt
Just
right.
Get that guy out of there.
It felt so right
we don't
rather
wanna
than
see him.
having to decide to Lava Spike or something like that. Yeah. Yep.
Wow, Tevin. Wow.
May have already been made.
Wow.
Oh, goodness. What's up, everybody? How you doing? My name's TJ.
And I'm Bryce.
And he's taking a drink of water, but that's okay. Didn't really intend that, but we'll move forward with it anyway.
Now, I thought that you fully intended it. You saw me reaching for the water and you were like, I'm going to get Bryce.
Yep. That's how I felt in my heart. New Reflection, how's it going? Hello to everybody who's in the chat, hanging out, having a good time, and of course, eating pizza, theoretically or otherwise.
I had a hot dog before I came here.
That's theoretical pizza. It's just pizza half an hour before it's eatable.
Sure.
I don't know what I
I
just
had
said.
pizza for lunch.
Did you?
Yeah.
Good call. I've got pizza in my fridge at home. I'm gonna eat it.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. A basic mountain from Maeve, keeping that life total nice and crisp. Also, probably signaling a lightning bolt. Also, we know about the lightning bolt, which makes it slightly more saying.
Yeah. Hey, look. Wild Nacadal.
Good call.
Oh, you're going to Eidolon of the Great Revel, my Wild Nacadal.
Honestly, it was an
Interesting.
unexpected play.
Yeah. No one sees it coming.
No one does. Dropping in that Eidolon for turn 2, and actually I like this a lot with Ryan on an empty board. Also, with Maeve added higher life total, you're checking all the boxes in which you want to be in to drop down this Eidolon. So I really like this. What's on my pizza? It's a chicken barbecue.
Chicken barbecue?
Yeah, I think.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it was excellent.
I'm a classic sausage and black olive guy.
That's not a classic at all.
That's my go-to. It's a classic for me.
That makes more sense. It's a reasonable pizza. So we are going to go for a shock. No revolt on the board right now.
And pass.
Signaling a Helix possibly,
Likely.
which makes Skullcrack look a little bit better.
I
Also,
might have been planning on helixing
the Eidolon that turn.
while Maeve was tapped out.
I think that would have, if that was it, I think so.
Ooh, look at that.
An auto host for money. No whammies. Possibly was just waiting to see what else would happen, but we're
So
gonna.
I think he wanted Maeve to cast a spell.
Yeah. Ryan nets a life out of it.
Yep.
And kicks it back. We do have a fetch land up with some Searing Blaze. We've also got a Swift Spear and a Boros Charm. Needs to fetch to be able to cast the Boros Charm, so I think Maeve would much rather go for a fetch shock into it.
Okay. Metamorphose.
Ooh. Is Ryan gonna? I think he's got another Burning
Make
Tree in
double
hand.
red, I think.
I think.
And he's going to cast Goblin Guide and probably Lightning Bolt. Yep.
Huh.
So change the green red and double red. Get there.
Take the trigger and then decide if do you fetch before or after the trigger, knowing that it doesn't really
Well,
matter.
there's a Path to Exile. You don't really need that.
You've got enough in hand.
Well, you've only got one removal spell in hand.
Yeah, but Ryan's over. I mean, if he went for all of that and only played out a Goblin Guide,
Looks like she's just going to take it so she can draw this path and then Searing Blaze next turn.
maybe next turn go for a Path and a Searing Blaze. Okay, I like it.
Hey, you know, Sunstar, Pizza Hut did that for a little bit. Did you ever see that pizza? It was a pizza, and then the crust was little mini hot dogs.
I did see that. I
That happened.
thought, how odd.
That happened, and we let it happen.
I would probably enjoy it.
I'll be honest, I ordered it. It was pretty good.
I believe you. So, ooh. Going for the fetch now after the Searing Blaze is resolved. Is there 2 Searing Blazes in hand? I really hope so. Looks like we might be going for the other basic. Nope. Oh, okay. Yep.
She can't have another Searing Blaze because she drew Path. We knew that.
Oh, you know what? She's probably
She's
gonna
probably
go
gonna
for
Boros Charm.
possibly
Boros Charm the face
or Swift Spear and then Pat the Goblin Guide. In which case, you probably want to cast the Swift Spear first.
before you.
Or maybe just casting the Swift Spear and okay,
Okay.
we're missing out on a little bit of prowess this turn.
Missed a point, but hopefully that will not come back to Hunter.
One can only hope.
Yeah.
Believe there should be one more damage
Yep.
there.
There's the Prowl Trigger.
Nice. Don't have to announce it till it's relevant.
That's true. It's always fun when someone's like, "I'll take this much," and you're like, "No, you take this much because of prowess." You missed that. No.
Dryad Arbor hits the battlefield.
Dryad Arbor.
Is that the theme song?
It's technically the David Johnson theme song, but Dryad Arbor fits in the same place as David Johnson. So.
Okay. And an Atarka's command to deal a total of 5. We're going to put Maeve down to 6. Another land hits
Fetch
the
land,
battlefield.
go.
So 3 damage +1/+1 to the team. Turns that Dryad Arbor into a 2/2. We draw.
Skullcrack Boros Charm attack you.
That's lethal.
Yep.
That's 10.
Oof.
Wow.
Well, there we go.
That's 10. Maven 3.
That'll do it.
Man, I love Boros Charm. Love it.
2-mana deal for sure.
It's Deece. It's Deece. It's like you stapled a shock together, like 2 shocks together, and for some reason decided white mana was a good idea.
So the player on the draw won all those games.
That's not true.
No, Maeve was on the play the last one. You're right.
But Maeve won every time she was on the draw.
That's
No, wait,
true.
no, she lost one of them. Never mind. We have some reevaluating to do.
Yep. We're totally wrong about everything.
Yep.
Anyway, I'm gonna go see if there's another match.
That does make a lot of sense. Let's head on up, see what else we can find. We'll see you up there. Hello, and thank you for joining. My name's TJ. Way better in games 2 and 3. Overall, nice. Hi everybody, my name's TJ. Bryce is out there taking a look at the field, seeing what we can come up with, and we're rocking here at the Geek Fortress stream.
Too, I probably could have got it because there was a bolt and then a Boros Charm, and he had only had the 1/1 on the field, but I didn't think
There's a couple of turns when you waited too long in the skull cracks, but that's okay. Bryce looks like a Tarmogoyf. Bryce is a Tarmogoyf, actually. Oh, what's up with this? Both of you simultaneously decided to add that quote? Come on. That's brutal. Oh, goodness. Well, if you are joining for the first time, welcome. It's a pleasure having you here. This is the Geek Fortress stream, which we do every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. We've got Modern every Wednesday and Saturday, plus we've got Legacy every Friday. It's a ton of fun. It's a good time, and I don't know. I'm excited about it, so I'm just going to say, plus, I won't be here on Friday or Saturday. They are going to be covered because I will be traveling to Canada, to Victoria, to do the pre-release. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. Oh, what's up? It's good to see you, Tie-Dye Gamer. Sorry, everybody, for singing. The problem is that if I sang well, you'd be jealous, so I have to sing poorly, because that's how it goes, and that's the excuse that I'm going to give. Otherwise, I would have brass pipes of glory or something. I don't know. Something like that. What's up, Sunstar? Good to see you.
So, nothing for the moment. Eric's going to keep an eye open for us, though.
But will he?
He said he would.
Okay.
And I'm going to believe him this time. And if he doesn't this time, then I won't believe him ever again.
I feel like you've said that
Today.
before. I can't wait for me to declare that I walk among the land of giants when I enter the pre-release. I should write that down. You see, 4 people there are going to be taller than me.
Graham, Adam, Marshall, and Tabak, yep.
Yep. Which is unusual
Cam's
because
also not that short.
Light could be taller than me.
I don't know if he's taller than you. I think you guys are about the same height.
I think it's odd because people, just to add like a weird side story here, people often tell me that I'm tall. And yet I am friends with just a ton of people who are taller than me. So I rarely ever feel tall. Like my entire mentality is like I'm at average to slightly below average height in my mind. And yet I'm not. But just for some reason, that's just, I walk among other taller people.
In my friend group, I'm medium height.
See, that's what I do. That's what I do. Marshall is freakishly tall.
I'm 6'2", and in my friends group, I'm medium height.
Oh, goodness. Oh, good. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So, question. This is actually for the chat. I'm debating whether or not this is a good idea. So, Ashlyn Rose is good. What is my height? I'm 6 foot. So, Ashlyn Rose is going to be their cosplayer. I'm very much considering bringing my dinosaur onesie so that I can say that I cosplay too.
From Ixalan?
Yeah.
I'm ready for the next one, guys.
So, like, I am really heavily debating stuffing a dinosaur onesie into my...
You should just try to throw together a really bad Warden of the First Tree one.
That's just my face.
Yeah, exactly. It works. You just have to get that weird hat.
The problem is that I would have to basically make sure that, like, if I get paired against Ashlyn, I have to be like, okay, I'll be right back. And just throw on my dude, like, I can cosplay too.
Look at this. Look at me.
Also, I was under the impression that this was for the Ixalan pre-release, so
I may have
otherwise,
messed up.
if there were some wings, just pretend I'm Nicol Bolas. Oh, yeah. Alright.
Don't you have a pirate hat too? You could be a pirate dinosaur. Nailed it. You should do that now. You just have to do that now.
How exciting. There's no downside to this plan. Oh, what's up, the Hames? We're the ones. Fair enough. I might not wear it though. I just want it to be in my arsenal.
Just want to have it ready.
Well, because what if it doesn't come up?
It should always come up.
Plus, then I could wear the pirate hat on the Clipper.
And they'll love you.
Yeah. Alright. I'll toss it in the bag.
Robot dinosaur pirate.
I don't think
Go
I
big
have
or
that
go
one.
home.
This isn't a SpongeBob episode. It's not Robot Pirate Island just hanging out.
But Robot Pirate Island is a great place.
No.
All
that
those
place is,
all those brave pirates gave their lives.
that place is war torn and in shambles.
That's true.
We will find a new
It used to be a great place.
I'll consider it. I'll consider it pretty heavily. Almost certainly.
By consider it, it means it's already in the bag.
Maybe. I don't want to say yes, but I
But you
definitely
don't want to say no.
Yeah, that's about where I'm at. That's about where I'm at. What's up, Sinister Jester? It is good to see you. They changed the Twitch app on your tablet, and now it's terrible.
I'm sorry.
That's first of all, how dare they violate your tablet?
Yeah. Do they know your password?
That's a good question. How do they have the password to
They
your
just got
phone?
on there and they were like, I'm gonna change this on him.
Also, why is it that everything on my computer is like, do you want to update this? But my phone never asks.
Your phone just does it.
My phone just does it.
It's because your phone is smarter. It knows that you want to update it.
That's true. They don't call it a smart computer. That's a really good point. All right. Bryce did it. How dare you, Bryce? Actually, we should blame Murph. Usually blaming Murph goes well.
Okay, we'll blame Murph.
I wonder if he hold on. Let's just see if he's put it into this. He does this into a lot of chats without telling anybody. Okay, he didn't do it
He
into ours.
didn't do it here.
Normally it's like it's always Murph's fault. Okay. Ooh, there's not even an exclamation point. Oh. When did that become a thing? Is that just a command?
Apparently that's a thing.
Wait, hold on. Can I do that with anybody?
Nope.
That's just
That's just a thing. How's that one feel, Teach?
It feels like I forgot a moment in my life.
But it's Frankers.
That's true.
It's been there forever.
I have no idea what's going on at this point then. No, not a clue. But that's okay. I kind of like it.
Must be a mod only command.
It probably is. It's because I ruined Melvin's stream draft. That might be it.
Giovanni48.
Hello.
Hit that follow button.
Thanks for hitting that follow button. It's going to be awesome having you here. And yes, I am. Yes, I am super excited. Should we generalize it? I don't know. Blaming TJ is probably pretty reasonable.
Generalize everything.
Just like our generic brand beverages. And
Generalize everything.
you've been demoted to corporal until the future notice.
Corporal until future notice.
Yep, there we go. So, we are going to be seeing some more modern action out there. I know that there is at least one person on Grixos Shadow,
There's at least 2 people on Grixis Shadow.
because Kevin's on it as well.
Uh-huh.
And Eric.
Eric is on it.
And how's Eric doing? Did he win?
He won his match against Green White Hate Bears, it looked like.
He won against it?
Yep.
Oh, that must have been the person who's visiting from Florida.
Sounds likely.
I mean, that's what I'm going to guess. There's someone who watches the
Tan
stream.
guy, blonde hair.
That would be the guy who
That's the
visits.
guy, then.
Yeah. All right. Let's see, Jund. That's
Peter
true.
is out there.
Peter is out there.
Peter got foil junned in the house.
Reddit famous Peter now.
That's true.
Yeah. He
It's
got
true.
he got
It's
posted
thing
on
got
Reddit
posted
today.
out there.
I don't know who did that. Do you?
I have no clue.
Okay, because I didn't recognize the username, so I'm wondering either it's someone in the store, which makes more sense to me, or someone stumbled upon it, which is even like, now that's exciting. Also, I'm going to do a quick little teaser.
Oh boy.
So as some of you may know, Maeve did win. We're just going to start putting some articles onto the Geek Fortress page.
Uh-huh.
We may have a pretty cool writer lined up. I don't want to say who, but it's pretty awesome.
Okay.
Um,
I think I have a guess, but I'm not gonna say.
that's okay. That's okay. When we're in the transition and people can't hear us, you can ask, and then I'll answer it. But yeah, I may have had like a really cool conversation between this individual and Dylan recently about it, and lined up some stuff. And I'm pretty excited. I'm hyped.
Awesome.
I am feeling inspired to start writing again myself, actually.
I need to find out what kind of articles Dylan wants.
I need the kind that have words.
The kind that have words in them? Perfect. I will write an article that has nothing to do with magic.
Actually, I kind of want to do that.
Just because.
There are a lot of cool people who want to co-host, but we need to get our new computer, and that's on the to-do list, and we're trying to make it happen as cheaply as possible, and I might just have to go in for the more expensive version, because I want it to happen. We have a website?
We do have a website. What's that website, TJ?
You mean at GeekFortressGames.com?
GeekFortressGames.com?
What's that?
That's the website, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is. You can find all
Nailed
kinds of
it.
stuff. We recently posted not only the full standings for the Modern 1K, which occurred last Sunday, but also the top 8 deck lists are now posted.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. And
My name appears twice.
There's a Saheeli control deck in there.
There is.
And it made the top 8
It did.
out of 56 people.
And I wasn't playing it.
Also surprising. Shameless plug is shameless.
Always.
Usually. Bookmarking now, actually it is fully my intent to start writing on there, and actually there's another website that I will be writing. I think I'm going to try, since I'm basically affiliated with both of the potential websites, I think I'm just going to start posting the same article in 2 different places. Because it's basic. I can clarify that one later. What's the best Magic result I ever did? 11-4 at GPLA. I think.
Yep. That would be your best.
Cool. Oh, actually, I won an F&M once.
That doesn't count.
I went undefeated though.
It still doesn't count.
Didn't drop a game.
Also doesn't
Isn't
count.
that a little bit higher up?
It especially doesn't count.
I feel like it's a little bit higher up.
Never
than the-
counts ever.
But 11-4 has losses, Bryce.
Yeah, 11S4 has losses at a Grand Prix.
Right, and 5-0, 10-0 doesn't.
But it does because you had to play F&M.
I'm just saying,
You are just saying
one of these sounds better.
11-4 at a Grand Prix.
What's the
11-4
other
at a
website?
Grand Prix, 2 pro points.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say the other website just yet,
Aha!
which is why I stopped.
He stopped himself right quick.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what happened. But I will announce that one as soon as I can. I'm pretty excited about
Doro,
that.
as far as me taking up the Saheeli deck, I did play Jeskai Saheeli in Modern for a little bit.
Like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You showed up for one of them.
It was like real medium, and I was like, this is not as good as good decks. I'm gonna go back to playing good decks.
Oh, goodness. What about 10-0 on Moto? Oh, I did that once. I did once go 10-0 on Moto.
Okay. That's just Moto.
How dare you? And I may have won for the next league. Dang it! I actually don't even remember.
11-4.
Dang it! I've been bamboozled again.
You're 170-1 against Goldfish?
You sound like Joe.
Forgot I packed.
I like your honesty. I like your honesty. I bet that Eric is no longer looking for a match. I'm willing to bet.
Or he just hasn't found one. I don't know.
Did you see him looking?
I didn't see him from where I was here. No.
Okay. What's my favorite format? Or your favorite format?
Momer Basic. I'm kidding, it's Modern.
You almost blew my mind. It's like, oh my god, Coleman shaved.
Woo!
All right.
That was fun.
Goodness gracious. I like Modern. I like Modern most of all. I do like that it says thank you. That's
you,
very
TJ.
polite. Even when you're blaming me, you thank me, and that just feels polite. I appreciate that. Speaking of which, Steven got a shiny new hat.
Dang it, Steven.
I honestly checked that because I thought it was going to be important. It was.
It was important.
It absolutely was. Sir Swim-A-Lot, thank you so much for hitting that
When
follow
did
button.
that start happening with the, like...
Little swirly thing?
Yeah.
Not a clue.
Huh.
Yep, it just kind of happened one day. I'm taking credit
Well,
for
there
it
we go.
until further notice. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about the whole thing, but thank you so much for hitting that follow button, especially during one of these little in-between-the-rounds moments.
Yeah. TJ is currently coughing.
I just choked for no reason whatsoever. I was thinking about it, and then I didn't, but then I did. The old switcheroo.
The old switcheroo.
I've got a task for you.
Got a task for me?
It's important.
Uh-oh.
It's very important. You have to tell me right now. Is this card fun or a fail? Take your time to read it. I've never seen it myself.
No, I know this card okay. It's a shade, and it's white, which is weird. I'm going to go with fun because I like the color-shifted cards. Even though this isn't technically a color-shifted card, it's a shade that's in white.
I'm going to go with fail.
I'm going to go fun.
Uh,
It's a 4-mana 1/2 with the shade ability. That's just great.
It's got suspend, which is weird. It's a 1/2 for 4, which bothers me. It takes a lot of white mana that's specifically white mana to do anything.
Yeah, but here's the thing. On turn 4,
Yeah.
if you suspend it on turn 1,
Right.
it comes into play with haste and attacks
Right.
as long as you have 4 white mana as a 5-power creature.
That way I can cast it twice.
Nailed it. But it has haste and attack for 5.
True. True. So it's a 5 mana, or then it's a... God, how much?
It's a
5 mana?
It's a 6-mana 5/6 with haste.
I would play that in white.
No, it's a 5-mana 5/6 with haste.
I'm still going to give it a
5-mana
fail.
5/6 with haste.
I'm going to give it a fail, but
I'm
that...
going to give it a fun.
Alright.
Boom.
What else have we got?
That's a fail.
Agreed. Though the art's great. Hold on.
That's pretty good art.
It's really good art. Whoops.
Wrong way.
I know. Fail.
This card is fun because they decided to take Explore and Divination and just go, yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to switch. To be honest, these are some of my favorite card designs.
Mm-hmm.
The old Stapleroo. Like, I've said this before, but Mystic Snake is one of my favorite card
It's
designs
just Grizzly Bat
ever.
stapled onto a counter
It's
spell.
just they took the two cards, they're like,
Let's see what happens.
thunk, got it. And like, one day they were like, should we put Divination or Explore into Standard?
Yeah, both. Let's do it.
And I have no doubt that Gavin peeked up over a cubicle and just started clicking a little stapler.
Let's just do this.
It just strikes me as something that Gavin would do. Just pop up and start clicking away with a stapler. In fact, I'm now convinced that that's how they design all of these cards. They're like,
Click, 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 click.
which one?
Got it.
Click it. Slam them together.
Ooh, this one is a fail. I hate this card.
That's because you were a twin player, right?
Yes, I was.
I'm going to give it a fail as well because the card's only good for one thing and it was terrible at it, and now it's even more terrible.
Yeah,
at
now
it.
it's just obsolete.
Yep. One day they'll merge Giant Growth and Lightning Bolt.
I mean, this is just
A Targus
fun.
Command. That's pretty close.
This is just fun.
Orcish Cannoneers. What's to... I hate the horse. I hate the horse. I hate the horse. I hate it. God, I hate horses. Like, the card's great. It's super cool.
TJ is you guys have found one thing that TJ hates.
It deals 2 damage to a creature and 3 damage to... Wait, didn't they print a card like that in Conspiracy?
Yes.
But it was an instant, right?
Yes.
Okay. Why do I hate it? Because I hate horses. Horses are
There's
the
also like
worst.
3 versions of this card with different names. All of them are 3-mana 1/3s that do the same thing.
Oh, yeah. Horses just bother me. They've got these big old eyes that, like, stare into your soul and you can't get a read on them. They're way bigger than you, yet people ride them for some reason. Like, someone saw that and thought, I'm gonna ride that. And, like, there's
So
still...
hold on.
Yeah.
If your problem with riding them is that they're bigger than you, why would you try to ride something smaller than you?
I wouldn't. I walk and I have a car. What are you
But
talking
back
about?
in the day,
Yeah.
when people decided to ride horses,
Right.
what else would you have done?
I would have considered the fact that, like, I am considering riding that horse, which is currently running faster than I can go.
Yeah, so
It's
you
also
can get places
stronger
faster.
than I am.
Sure,
Everything
but you're
says
smarter.
everything about this sounds wrong. I just don't want to mess with it. How do I feel about deer and moose? Those ones are great. You know why? Because people don't ride around them. Given the chance, would I ride a giraffe? I once very seriously proposed during a class, gave a presentation in a life planning class in college, my future as a giraffe wrangler.
Of course.
One of my arguments was that by being the only one, I already have cornered the market, and I'm clearly established myself as the world's best giraffe wrangler.
Victrid with the follow. Thank you very much, Victrid.
Oh,
Hoon,
Man.
you are correct. Snohomish County does have more horses per person than almost any other county in the United States.
And I'm not helping that.
Weirdly enough, horse meat is okay.
No, but seriously, horses are weird.
Yep.
But Giraffe Wrangler once gave a serious presentation on that one.
I don't doubt that.
Maybe didn't take the class as seriously as I should have.
Really?
I don't know. It was a pretty
Really?
good presentation.
You didn't take something seriously?
Well, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing that's so challenging about it is that I had to propose on how I was gonna get the lasso that high.
You just throw it really high up.
Now, see, I thought about that, but I didn't think I could get the
T-shirt
consistency. I didn't think of that at the time. That would be a really good one.
All right, next card.
Hooray! Ponies are cool? Ponies are cool. Yeah, ponies are fine. Cause like ponies don't pretend to be something they're not. They're just kind of chill. Ponies are nice. People don't
They're
ride
the
ponies.
same animal.
No.
And yes, people ride ponies. Just
No.
they're kids because they're smaller.
I've looked at a pony in the eyes and like it looked like we were getting along.
It's literally the same animal,
Not the same.
but they are.
Mana Webs is fun.
Yes, I will go with fun on this card.
It doesn't make any sense, but I think it's fun. Okay. Did I pass the class? I did.
So that's all that matters.
Fail.
Ooh, Vivictus Asmati.
It's a fail.
Fun.
It's a fail. It costs
One of
too
the
much.
original Elder Dragons.
That doesn't
fun.
Fail.
He's one of the few commanders you can play in White Border Commander League.
Ponies have a higher tendency to lash out than horses. Yeah, what are they gonna do? They're tiny. Silly little things.
White Border Commander League.
The card's hard to say. It's hard to cast. It's hard to keep around.
Vivictus Asmati?
Yep.
That's not hard to say.
You just took 2 shots at it.
I said it before. I stopped myself so that I was saying it right. Shut it. Just blight. This is a fail.
Why? It's a single. It's a fail.
Living land.
Besides, what if the land has vigilance? This card is only fun for like the jankiest combos in the world.
Oh yeah.
Like the Sapperling comp. What's that? Living Lands and
What's the dude that
Lands Living. That one.
whatever it's called.
Move on over. Just because I don't like horses, man.
I don't know if it's that.
Oh,
It's because I liked the Elder Dragon Legend.
gotcha. I'm okay with people if people enjoy horses. That's fine. I just don't.
People can like horses. Horses are fine. So there's still 4.5 minutes left on the clock. So
What's the one that turns them all 1/1 Sapperlings into forests?
Life and Limb.
That one. It goes down really well with that, and then you just start doing all kinds of nonsense.
So you play that card plus Tunnel Ignis, yes, Tunnel Ignis, and World Razor. And when he enters, he exiles all lands, which is all of the creatures, because all creatures are if you have Xenograph on
You're getting a little
Sapperling.
bit complicated. Keep
Yeah,
on
but
going.
if you have Xenograph on Sapperling,
Sure.
we're
talking Commander now. We've very much crossed
you,
into the realm of
you,
Commander.
It exiles everything, and then they all come back because World Razor left, and so Tunnel Ignis triggers a bunch of times, and then they leave again, and you just kill your opponent by doing that.
That sounds pretty fun. I would do that.
It's pretty sweet.
Gaseous form. How you feeling?
Gaseous form is fail, in my opinion. But that's because I've had too many experiences in D&D where someone has joked about a ring of gaseous form, and that never ends well.
I don't really know what you just said to me, but that's okay. Needle Storm. Fail. I'm gonna give it a fail.
Fun.
Is this from Mirrodin? No.
No, that's 9th edition.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a fail then.
Fail.
Fun. This is actually my favorite land.
You started to say fail.
This is my favorite land.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I don't believe you.
Fun fact. I have a giant version of that card in my apartment right now.
You do.
With that exact art. And the same
This
edition.
is true. Bryce does not hate Stormcrow. Stormcrow's cool.
This is the exact one that I have in my room. I'm pretty excited about that, by the way. I need to get it framed. But that's one of my most prized
Valley
possessions.
ran it.
Fun. I love this card.
Fail.
I love mountain cycling and forest
Card is
cycling.
bad,
Oh, it's terrible, but it's fun.
but it's so bad.
Yeah, but it's fun.
Well, that's not cool, Doro. Come on.
Thank you, Alexis Bros.
Coal Hauler Swine. 6 mana, 4/4. Whenever it's dealt damage, deals that much damage to each player.
I didn't even realize that this was a card.
I mean, maybe fun?
I'll say fun. That
It's
seems like good reckless
It's a
fun.
fun failure.
It's got, like, the art's kind of cool, if not a little bit, anti-PETA. But the art was nicely done. It's a pig. It's a pig that's somehow
It's
a
a big
beast.
pig.
It's not the Arc Pig. But yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna have some fun with
It
this
does combo with Blasphemous Act to smack yourself in the face for 13.
one. Yes.
Varchild's Crusader. It's a 4 mana 3/2. Can't be blocked this turn except by walls and sack it. Fail.
Fail entirely. Oh my goodness. On the bright side, you could activate that all kinds of times.
Yeah, you'd be like, he totally can't be blocked by anything except walls. And he still can't. And he still can't. And he still can't.
That's really bad.
Uh-huh.
Wow, that's bad. Fun.
Atog.
Fun.
I'll go fun.
It's fun.
It's okay.
It had fun in standard. It has fun in popper.
Wall of Mulch. This card is fun.
I'm gonna give this one a fun as well. It's got all kinds of good things going on. What if there's no end of turn?
So you're just talking Sundial deck.
Glorious End. If there's one thing that I
Sundial.
love, can you imagine? Because then we could turn that card into a 3/2 for 4. That's almost reasonable.
A 3/2 for 4 that can't be blocked except by walls.
I'm gonna give this card a fun for the art. Everything about this card screams that it's gonna show up in the next Miyazaki film.
I'm gonna call this a fail because it keeps itself tabbed.
That's even funnier because it's so heavy.
It's just a fail.
It's so heavy. Who
It's-
builds a Titan
It's so bad.
out of that is so flavorful. Like
It's so bad.
if someone said, I've got a Titan made of marble, I'd say isn't that a little bit heavy? Yes, it is.
This card's the worst.
I'm glad
So
you
bad.
ask. It's so heavy that it falls on everybody else's small creatures. They all are weighed down. I love
No,
this.
it's on everybody's big creatures. It falls on everybody's big creatures.
It falls on their toes. It entered the temple with all the pomp and decorum of a rock hitting a goblin skulls. Come on, everything about this is awesome.
Fail.
No one builds a giant, but it's made of fine.
You can build giants. They're called golems.
What about the
Large.
what about the Iron Giant? Did someone build that?
I don't know.
I forget. Was that a space
I
thing?
I don't know.
The Iron Giant. I forget that movie entirely, but I forget how the giant came to be.
I'm gonna say fun on Eradicate.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'll say fun because it's interesting card design, even if a little bit.
To be fair, Tebin, I'm objectively wrong always.
It's my favorite thing about arguing with him. I'm guaranteed to win. Plus, it makes our deck building way better because he spends all of his time being wrong. So he'll be like, shouldn't we build a good deck? And that's when we know we're on the right track. Also, I think next week,
Ooh, fun.
I'll say fail. Yes, it is fun, but I'm gonna say it is
It's
objectively
an
a
art
fail.
Is that what you're saying? Art fail?
No, I'm saying it's a fail from a design perspective. It's just way too good.
It's fun.
That's also reasonable. I'm on the
Taps
fence.
for blue mana.
Yeah,
And is an island.
that's
Therefore, fun.
all right. You got me there. You got me there.
Fun.
It's weird. I'm gonna say fun, but these cards don't deserve to be nearly as fun as they are.
I like this card.
Like, in most sets, all of the cartouches would have been trash. But there's just so little removal.
I
in the
think
format.
I disagree. I think that,
Maybe not trash. They would be significantly
like,
worse.
Cartouche of Strength would be good anywhere. That's just a solid effect.
Same with the black one.
The black one is solid, but it's more solid in this set because of the -1/-1 counter synergy.
Right.
But Cartouche of Strength is just always going to be good.
But there would be so much.
3 mana, +1/+1 your guy, give it trample and fight
Is
is
a
just a lot.
It's a lot.
Ruhan of Fomori, fun.
I'm gonna say fun.
Card's fun.
This is from right when I was first getting into Magic, actually. I remember playing with and against this card, and just that was a cool design. It was fun. People rarely played with it, but it was just cool because the deck had either the one hand, which is being so political, and then this one, which is just zero politics, and that was like the most fun time to play, which is like when the outside the metagame had a little bit less of an effect, and it was less the conspiracy of all the players, despite that always being prevalent in EDH. But this one just knew how to rip up the scene.
Yeah.
I liked that a lot.
I mean, a 4-mana 7/7 is just great.
Oh yeah, and then you just start throwing a bunch of enchantments onto this one and bashing people
like
willy nilly.
throw equipment on him.
Oh yeah, and then you start throwing the what was it? The vows.
Oh yeah.
And then you do the thing to where you start like donating it to other people, so they're now attacking people randomly as
But
it like
not
goes.
me.
Oh man,
Oh, yeah.
I really
Ruhan is
enjoyed
fun.
Ruhan. Ruhan was great.
Also fun.
Wasn't this card like part of the reason why Pauper sucked though?
Oh yeah. No,
No, that's the other one, isn't it?
no, because it was blue that needed
That's right. It was the other. Yeah. It was the other familiar.
Nightscape.
Yes, that's right. I like birds. I like owls. I like 1-mana or 1/1s for 2 with flying, and I like white spells and black spells. So I'll say fun.
I'm gonna say fun as well.
It's the S-bird.
Boo.
Oh come on, that's great.
Boo.
Is the next roundup
Not yet. Mortarpod fun.
fun? Super fun with the Emiria deck. By the way, I bet Eric wasn't looking.
I bet he might have not been. I won't task him to look next time.
Mortarpod, great.
Hashtag blame Eric.
Fun with. I mean, I love that blue-white Emiria deck. Okay, how are we doing?
I'm gonna go fun here.
I'm gonna go fail. The only fun part about it is its name, because you think it's gonna be better than it is.
It's fun.
Meh. It's a 1/3 for 4.
Yeah, but when you cast something on your opponent's turn, you get to bounce one of your guys and get value out of it.
But you can't cast this one on their turn.
No, but you cast this, and then you cast something on their turn, return your spell starter sprite, counter their spell. It's great.
Night Owl. I like owls too. I believe you.
Are you sure? Ill-Gotten Gain's fun.
I forget what this does. Exile it. Each player discards their hand, then returns 3 cards from their graveyard to their hand. Ooh.
It's fun.
That is fun. No! Earth to the... You know what that just means? We are going to have to meet at a different GP. Are you going to either Oklahoma City or Portland?
Cuz we'll be at both.
Yep. I'll say fun for this one. It was perfect. It was a great conspiracy card. I loved the first conspiracy.
I mean, it came out long before Conspiracy.
I know, but it was a great conspiracy card.
Yeah.
It was like a super fun. Come to the East Coast, I would like to eventually. Next year, I'm shooting for a European GP, but if I can do an East Coast one, I will also try to do that. Because that just sounds fun. Get some of that life experience and stuff. Oh! Should I say another fun fact about just things going on?
Sure.
Project X is back in effect.
I saw that you tweeted about that.
So that's another fun fact.
Nailed it.
Yep. So Project X is back in effect. Plus, we've got the super exciting guest, or just super exciting writer who's going to be with the store website, which is worth checking out. Plus, we've got pre-release. Plus, we've got GPs coming up. Plus, we've got this stream. There's so many things happening. All the things. Come to Pittsburgh. It is very much in my life plan to go to Pittsburgh at one point. What's Project X, my new show on HBO?
Probably.
I'll tell you what, if any of you are HBO execs, I'm in. I would do that.
Nailed it.
It has been, like, I've actually always kind of wanted to be an actor. Also, when I was growing up, I wanted to be I know.
Nah.
And when I was growing up, I also wanted to be a radio DJ. I kind of remembered that recently. Like, after I was doing this for a while, I'd be like, did you ever want to do that as a kid? I was like, you know what? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Does chat have the ability to suggest cards for fun or fail? Why not?
I mean, they're random.
They're random, but like if they were to just say, hey, this card, is it fun or is it fail? I guess I would answer it. If I come to Pittsburgh within the next 2 years, I will almost certainly go to Pittsburgh within the next 2 years. There's a GP there every year, isn't there?
It's either every year or every other year.
And it would be next year?
There was one this year, wasn't there?
Dang it! Was the Goblin Guide one 2 years ago?
Yep.
Dang it! Still, Pittsburgh is very
Funk.
much. God.
Mostly because it's a real good limited card.
It's so good and limited, and I don't know if that makes it a fun or a fail to me.
Round 2.
I'm going to say... You were just up in Mount Vernon? That's awesome! That's super cool! Oh, man. Bricks are lame? I know, just ask the Marvel players. It's something, and that something is not fun. I think I might agree with you there. I think that everything that you're saying very much aligns with my mentality towards that card. I think you've just got it right. Unfortunately. Okay. Anyway, we're going to get ready for round 2. Thanks for sticking around to everybody who is out there. It's a pleasure having you here. I'm pretty excited and amazed that so many of you stuck around, so thank you for being a part of this stream with us. As always, this stream does not exist without you. That's just the way that it is. So thank you so much for your support and your help and being as incredible as you are. And we have got actually a pretty cool matchup.
It's not what you think it is.
He's on Green White Haters, isn't
He
he?
is, okay. I thought you thought he was on,
Oh, I did,
Grixis.
but when you said that, I audible.
Yep.
So I didn't, but I did.
So you made me seem wrong.
Yep.
Thanks, team.
Oh yeah, I beat you to the punch. You gave me a shot and I took it.
Alexis Bros, yes, that was TJ's deck.
Why was Maeve's deck named Red Baron? Yeah, it was Red Baron Burn.
It was named Red Baron Burn because Bryce pointed it out.
It was. Otherwise, we're just gonna call it TJ's Boros Burn. But I'm okay with Red Baron Burn. I'm okay with
That's
it.
what I have your list in my phone as.
You have my list in your phone?
Yes.
That's a good idea. I don't.
I put it in for the team thing so that I knew that we weren't overlapping.
That's a different list.
It is a different list than now. But
It was
I
then,
have
too.
a list that was yours
That list was super janky.
in there as Red Baron Burn. So.
What's up, Open Magic Style Lens? Head on down. You ready?
Oh, sure.
You set?
Maybe.
Let's go! Any humans decks in the room?
I
Sure.
don't think so.
There's a Thali in Green White Haters.
Sure.
There's Dark Confidant in Jund.
That's true. Human decks.
Have we considered
Plenty
a
of
team
Jund right
event? Yes.
You mean here?
Yes. We have considered team
Probably
events.
once we get the larger place.
That is significantly more likely. So we have considered it.
Question.
Sure.
In the bigger place,
Yep.
is the stream room air conditioned?
The stream room is actually its own separate room.
Score.
Like, you know the size of this room?
uh-huh.
Pretend this wasn't here.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be for the stream.
Wow.
Yeah.
Score.
Yeah.
And it is air conditioned. It has a vent.
I don't know. I haven't been inside of it. No idea. Probably. But yeah, we're actually, the store is going to be moving. I don't know the exact timeline. It is going to be going like up the street, but to a place that is about twice the size. We're going to be able to hold events with people. I think we're going to have room for...
Start the clock.
I think we're going to have room for upwards of 75 players, I think. Or something like that. I hope the new room has a desk to cast from. I'm actually going to be buying a new desk for it.
A new desk or a news desk?
I would consider both. Actually, yeah, if we could actually set this up to the like similar to how they do it, to where they have the desk with actually the stuff,
Front.
and then if I had my perfect world, I would absolutely set up a TV that just has like the stream up on it.
So that we can pay attention to it
Yep.
and see what's happening
Yep.
and know what we're doing.
It, like 100% my game plan. If I just had unlimited resources and time, I would be. God.
2 out of 10, but you enjoyed it. It's good enough for me.
All of my resource limits are so frustrating sometimes because I think of stuff and I'm like, dang it! Why do I have to work 80 hours a week?
Because working is so much fun.
I know, I love it actually. Goodness, I like being busy. I mean, I did it to myself. That's fair.
That's true. Oh, that's a new stomping ground for Peter.
Yes, actually, he changed him out, I think, somewhat recently.
Okay.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago. But we are going to go in for some Dark Confidant action, knowing Peter. They will be nothing but lands.
Always.
And Brimaz.
Here we go. Score.
Brimaz is an interesting but he's got a Maelstrom Pulse in hand, and I think you go for it.
It's gonna get hurt by that.
Orinel Maeve took the win. I hope that your girlfriend is feeling better. Whether or not she is or not, please say hello from all the Fortnites on our behalf. And tell her that we hope that she feels better soon.
Position instead, take the Flicker Wisp.
I like this.
Not the Loxodon Smiter?
Maybe he hasn't.
Why not take Smiter?
He might have an Abrupt Decay in hand. Or a Terminate.
TJ.
Yeah. Are you talking about the why not Loxodon Smiter?
Yeah,
No, I know why he didn't take Loxodon Smiter, but so do you.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good.
Oh, man. Let's see here.
And scavenging news.
They had monitors on the desk. Who's they?
They, obviously.
I don't know who they is. Ooh.
Thalia, alright. And Brimaz getting in the red zone.
What an interesting choice.
That's
To
an
not
interesting
remove.
cat.
But what an odd choice to not remove the Brimaz while you had the chance. Unless Peter's just kind of chill with falling down to
Well, with
14.
Kevin only having 2 cards in hand at the time, it sort of makes sense.
True, and you still have the Maelstrom Pulse, so maybe Peter's just like, I can answer this, I've got the Scavenging Ooze, which can block the cats, so they aren't that big of an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Plus, eventually Scavenging Ooze can probably get out of range of the Brimaz.
The news desk. They have monitors in them. Oh, do you mean for, Magic? Because, I'm not sure if I can afford a table that has the monitors in it. But, hey, I don't know. Maybe if
You could totally have David make something.
people could always subscribe to the channel and give us money.
So there are now 2 creatures in Kevin's graveyard. So if Kevin decides to attack, the Scavenging Ooze can eat both those and block the Brimaz and kill it.
Yep. And
So Peter has set himself up nicely.
for a card like Brimaz, which you would normally expect to be A+ against Jund, not doing a ton.
I don't think of Brimaz is as A+ against Jund. I think that there's a lot of removal spells in Jund that deal with it pretty easily.
Yeah, but Fatal Push isn't super easy. Lightning Bolt doesn't do it great. Plus, if it isn't answered immediately, then you get the value of the go wide strategy. I don't know.
But Terminate and Abrupt Decay both get rid of it.
That's true. That's true. What's up, Sam? It's good to see you. How you doing? Is life good? I bet it is, because you're just amazing, and things go good for people who are great. And sometimes they don't, but they always get better. So whether or not it is or isn't, just remember, Sam, you're amazing. In every way.
Stuck the landing.
Alright, we're going to start eating up some of these creatures. Looks like Peter's got a 3-course
That's
meal
a
in the
yummy
mind.
Flicker Wisp.
I suppose it's a 2-course meal for Peter. As we are going to gain one of these lives, go back up to 12, and we've got a 3-3.
Why he using Dead Die?
Mm-hmm. That makes sense, Benjamin Barry. I'll have to talk to some of our incredible technical people. Maybe if I just had... Oh, no. We might have to... There's actually going to be, unfortunately...
Bradbury.
Man, if he wants to move back, that'd be great.
That would be wonderful. David, if you're watching, we miss you.
We do. There's a 4-4 and a 3-4 for Kevin. Sitting pretty good right now, actually. It's a pretty valuable board. The double Ghost Quarter is interesting. Peter likely only has 1 basic left in the deck, so if Kevin ever wants to, he could get aggressive with those, but he's a little bit shy on land otherwise. But he's still looking pretty solid on this mana base. Could attack in with the Loxodon Smiter, but whenever he does attack in with it, will end up dying to the Scavenging Ooze. And I'm pretty sure that you would... I think that I would...
Jump.
That's an interesting choice. Dropping in his own Scavenging Ooze.
Well, now it's time for Peter to eat the rest of the creatures out of graveyards. Eat your Scavenging Ooze. I'll untap. Eat the Thalia. Eat the Dark Confidant. Now there's nothing for your Scavenging Ooze to munch on. Mine's all full.
So Peter's got a Thoughtseize and a Dark Confidant in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Might drop the Dark Confidant using the Blackleaf Cliffs and the Swamp to leave up the 2 green mana. It helps dig a little bit, but he might want to... It probably ends up just becoming a chump blocker again. I don't know. If he was willing to jump block without, it might just be because his game plan was to cast this one.
I'm not sure I like the let your opponent untap.
He's still got the Maelstrom Pulse up as well. But yeah, now he's not in a fight over the Scavenging Ooze, though he does have more green mana. Kevin
He does.
only having the singular, and scratch that, 0. So we're going to go for a Leonin Arbiter. Peter, not with any fetch effects in hand, no shuffle effects, so actually he's probably feeling okay. But we are going to be seeing this Ghost Quarter activate. Is going to be a Strip Mine. Could take out, I guess, which would be
It's not going to be a Strip Mine. Peter could pay the 2 mana for it.
That just feels bad, though. What's up, David? Good to see you. That's true. It won't be a Strip Mine, though.
Nice
Of course,
to see you, David.
Strong word bears.
Hate is a strong word, Bears.
Strong word bears. I kind of like this. So I think what Kevin is trying to do is incentivize Peter to block and then eat some of these creatures, because if he does so, then he's unable to actually search after the Ghost Quarter hits it. So would you have gone for one or the other first, though?
I'm honestly not sure.
Because this way it means that you're going to lose the Lockstone Smiter but take down one of Peter's lands. The other way, I think I might have gone for the Ghost Quarter first, because if Peter paid the 2, then I can attack him somewhat freely.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I might keep the creature back.
Yeah, I think you're right there.
So, I'm not 100% certain.
Opa
on that one.
Magic Style. Thanks
Thank
for hitting that follow button.
I thought you already were following, but I'm glad to have you here anyway. But this does mean that I'm just not sure how much removing one of these lands is going to affect it. Taking out the double black is probably the most relevant play, though. And it looks like that is the choice. Floofs of Dislike.
Oh, look. How do you do it, Peter?
I mean, at
Teach
least-
me your secrets.
At least that one enters tapped.
I,
but, like,
I play a Dark Confidant and I flip like 4 mana cards, and I'm like, I hate this card.
Man. Oh, gotcha, Open Magic Style. Well, thank you for hitting follow here. It's a pleasure having you. Hey, thanks for the host, Mirror Reflection. Lightning Bolt gonna take down.
And to be fair, you see much better Magic played here than on TJ Stream.
Fact. Very good fact. Yep. One of these days I should do one to where I like stop paying as much
Where you
attention
actually
to the
like
chat.
try.
Probably.
You should probably do that. At
I
some
should
point.
probably do that one. I don't know.
You just flip Tassigers regularly. I mean, nobody's gonna beat Bob Maher flipping Force of Will, Force of Will, Force of Will in Vintage Event, I believe.
Frankly, my dear, I cannot. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Atomic Tacos just did a callback to when we were playing Quiplash on my stream.
Mm-hmm.
And Doro had the greatest submission. There was, frankly, my dear, I blank. And Doro put a canal. It made no sense at the time either.
Oh, Doro.
Oh, goodness. But I also spelt Magig the Gathering, so... Alright, back to the game.
Yes,
Sorry.
there is a game going on.
Sorry, I got distracted by iCanal.
There's a Kitchen Finks.
Kitchen Finks
It's
is great.
hanging out,
It's super
doing
resilient.
its thing.
Peter's
It's not
got,
very resilient when there's a Scavenging Ooze in play.
Peter's got 2 lands in hand, so he's actually struggling a little bit on these draws. At least he's not taking damage on it, but definitely having a little bit of difficulty with it. He's also just got a 6/6 on the battlefield, which is outclassing everything.
Mm-hmm.
And Kevin can attack
Yeah.
not nearly as freely as you'd think.
No. You just built Burn, Dutch boy? I'm sorry.
You're great. That was a fun game. Then we'll do it again. Future streams.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Knight, Aaron, you're a burn player to me. And now we're fighting. And Kevin ghost courting his... This is a bold path for a Scavenging Ooze. uh, either way,
An 8-mana colorless bolt? That sounds like fun.
that does sound fun. Ugin's great. Ugin's super cool.
You know what Ugin doesn't do anything against? Eldrazi.
That was a lot of effort to just get the second green to fight for that
That
card.
was a lot of effort for
I'm
that.
perplexed by that play.
Ooh, look, Abrupt Decay. Your Scavenging Ooze is going to die.
Which actually, of these cards, maybe you actually just take out the Kitchen Finks to the Brimmas, though. There's not a whole lot going on, and you've got Kevin outplayed as far as the Force game goes.
Well, what Peter can do is he can take out the Scavenging Ooze,
Sure.
take out the...
Oh, because he's got the Maelstrom Pulse, too.
Take out the Brimaz, and then Kitchen Finks is not an issue for him.
He would be out of green mana for the turn, though, unless he's got...
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's a
He's got a
small
fetch
thing.
land.
Oh, that's... sorry, I thought that was the fast land. You're absolutely correct.
Ooh, Peter's thinking about attacking.
I like attacking. So, are we looking at a Maelstrom Pulse on the Brimaz, and then an attack for 6 with the ability to eat it up using the fetch land? I like this a lot. That's quite a play.
I think that plan sounds peachy.
And with Kevin in top deck mode, Peter's such a patient Jund player. I like, even surprisingly, I will say that if you haven't caught it yet, he has a little article on the Geek Fortress website for Jund, and honestly, it wasn't like a super technical article, to be fair to it, but it was actually a really cool insight into like the Jund player mentality. It was a fantastic read. I liked it a lot. Peter had some really good thoughts on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So-
no, the article is actually really good.
Peter's an excellent writist, writer,
Author?
writer. I wanted to come up with the oddest word for it that I could.
Righty dude.
Oh, that's better. That's way better. Peter's such a good righty dude.
Just rolls off the tongue.
Is the mentality to Jundum a rightsman? Oh goodness, I didn't even know that was a command, Tevin.
There's always a command.
There's always a command.
That needs to be a command. Like, that's it. Exclamation point, that's a command. It's always a command. Someone make it happen.
Kevin passes it back. We're gonna see a fetch here, probably going for a green source. Kevin could try to. I mean, I don't know what he would do with this opportunity.
Ether Vial something in from his hand that does a thing.
Yes, that's a great idea. Flicker Wisp, something. I don't know. It's a lightning bolt. Where's the lightning bolt? We're gonna go down to 11, but I have a feeling it's gonna deal slightly more damage. He might almost.
This looks like Liliana minus Eat Your Kitchen Finks
It
attack
really
you
does.
for, 9.
Yeah.
I will eat it. Eat it.
Dang. Actually, for 10. 9, sorry. For 9, Kevin picks it up. That was enough. Wow.
Doro, this is the right channel. We're on Geek Fortress right now. What other channel would there be?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
He says I have to submit it officially with the right command.
Uh-huh.
I command you to make the command. How about that?
Well, that's... Oh, probably the Doro command. That makes sense. How many bolts versus pushes does Peter play? I don't know.
Great question.
Did he top 8? No, he wasn't here.
No, he did not. He was not here.
He was not here.
I
don't-
think he...
Maybe a 3-3?
Maybe, I don't know.
Peter changes his Jund list decently often, so it's hard to say what his exact split is, and we don't have access to deck lists, unfortunately. Sanctuary... Isn't there a Sanctuary cat? Sanctuary is a card, right?
Yeah.
Every time I see Sanctuary, that's what I think
So
of.
1 mana, 1/2. Single white mana for a 1/2 vanilla creature.
From what set?
Dark
That's-
Ascension.
Really?
It's the same set as Black. Same one as Black Cat.
Gotcha. Do you get a different amount of money from a Twitch Prime sub and a normal sub? Nope. It's all the same.
Same thing.
It is all the same. You run 4 bolts, 3 pushes. I could see that going
Decent
pretty well
choice.
as well. Bolt's a little bit worse in the current meta. I know some people have gone as low as 2,
Bolt is not great right now.
unless you're running all bolts.
Sure.
Then it's medium. Medium plus.
I mean, Burn made top 8.
Burn made top 8. Players make top 8s.
That is a true fact.
Yeah. Yeah. Shut up. Bolt is great. Okay, who are you talking to here?
Obviously they're talking to me.
That's probably true. Goodness. Oh, God, I love Lightning Bolt. Now I just want to
Do
think
you,
about
though?
Lightning Bolt all day. Some days I just think about Lightning Bolt.
I was gonna say, you don't just think about Lightning Bolt all day?
Yeah. I do.
Wow.
I do. Man, I think about Magic a lot.
That sounded like a Bryce comeback.
Elspeth Knight Errant is slinging some pretty sick burns right now. Alright, so Peter takes game 1. Goodness. Good plays too. It's interesting because actually Green White Hate Bears just got a lot of options. How many subs are we at? We are currently at 128.
Boom.
We've dropped quite a bit, but then we picked up quite a few. Kind of in the middle now. Kind of in the middle. To be named, it's good to see you. Now we got to try and get Affinity on camera. If Affinity wins on camera, To be named has to change their name.
There are 2 Affinity decks in the house tonight.
Wonderful.
I'll try to get one of them.
I'm not a
At
true
some
burn
point.
player if I don't have Beta Bolts. I'm pretty sure that German Unlimited counts.
German revised.
German Revised, sorry.
Wild BTK hitting that sub button for 5 months in a row.
Dang, that's so many months. That's more months than 4. Thank you so much for hitting that sub and helping support what this stream does, when it does it, and how it does it. Just
5
because.
months? That's almost a year.
Yeah, if you count forwards. I do.
Round up.
I do love rounding up, too. It's my favorite way to play
You
burn.
can't round up because 6 is... It doesn't work.
It does.
I'm sorry, it doesn't work, guys. I messed it up.
Affinity is such a lovely deck. Yes, yes, yes it is.
Affinity was the Affinity Mirror was the finals in our 1K.
It was. Man, I love watching the Affinity Mirror. Games 2 and 3 were pretty heavily decided, though. Game 2 was decided by a Gear per Ether Grid. And Game 3 was decided by a Mulligan to 5 against a Mulligan to 4 and a Gear per Ether Grid. But Game 1, very exciting.
Oh yeah.
Your bolts are signed by the Red Baron himself. I did sign your bolts. How exciting. I hope your bolts are great.
TJ can't say that? I mean, he could sign his own lightning bolts, I guess.
That seems a little self-inflating.
It seems a little self-inflating, and I don't know. Why would you do that to those lightning bolts?
Also a good point.
It's a great quote. It's just a solid quote.
I don't remember that either. Oh man, when you get up to almost 300 quotes, you start forgetting some of them.
289 quotes is a lot of quotes.
Yeah, apparently we have the second most on MTGBot.
Really?
Yeah, we take up like 5% of all the net quotes.
That's
I
insane.
think Caleb Durward has us beat.
Caleb has more? That makes sense.
Down to 18 goes Kevin with a Temple Garden into an Ether Vial to kick things off. Otherwise, Peter, entering in his turn, takes a draw, gets a Wooded Foothills, and kicks it back. He does have a Lightning Bolt available, so we could be seeing him go for that. No Hand Disruption turn 1, starts signaling that way. Maybe a tapped land if he just wants to conserve his life total, because Green White Hate Bears is sort of secretly an aggro deck.
So in response to this, Leonin Arbiter, Peter gonna fetch, and I would assume it's gonna eat one of these bolts.
There's a quote list? I didn't even know that. Doro, stop timing out Atomic Tacos every time they say canal. As funny as it may be.
As funny as it is for all of us, it's not funny for Atomic Tacos.
Okay, it probably is actually. So the Leonin Arbiter dies to the Lightning Bolt, and a Tomagloive hits the field. We've got land, creature, and instant. It's already a 3/4. A Horizon Canopy for Kevin means that some of these casts are gonna cut.
Everybody's gonna start saying canal. This is great.
Frankly, Doro, I canal. The timeout is the punchline. Actually, I kind of believe that. Doro, you know what? If you need to swing some more 1-second timeouts, you have my permission again. It's too funny. I've rescinded my ban on it. Now it's back in your court.
It's a double Goyf draw.
Oh. That was clever, actually. So we've got an Ether Vial on 3, Ghost Quarter hanging out. We can't violin that Leonin Arbiter. Plus, we are sitting with 2 Tarmogoyfs, which are sizable, to say the most. 3 4s, to say the most accurate.
So Tevin would win if he had, not been a red mage and decided to proofread.
Oh, goodness. We've got another land for Peter. We was untapping with 3 lands available at the moment.
Yeah, this is looking pretty one-sided so far.
I don't even know what Peter's looking for. He just drew a Terminate, but otherwise, actually, he had nothing but lands. I'm a little bit surprised that he didn't put down the Raging Ravine.
Does he have 4-drop?
He might have a Huntmaster.
Like Huntmaster?
I don't know. I'm a little bit perplexed by not going for the tap land when he had the opportunity. But maybe it's just because he's already in such a dominant position that...
Yeah, Tevin, that's TJ's excuse all the time, too.
Yep.
It doesn't change anything. You should still proofread before you send. That's how it goes.
Nope.
It's how you be an adult.
Nope. That's a little bit of an unfortunate...
Ouch.
Yeah. So we've got a 3/4 which dies to the Mirran Crusader. Doesn't take any damage.
I think Doro decided to clear chat.
Dora, did you just purge all of chat?
Yep. He did that when I was wearing the Shredder mask and I couldn't see because they were saying things about me in chat, and I went back to try to read it, and then it didn't work.
Ah, my goodness. So Mirran Crusader taking a win there. Let's go ahead and bring up that card. Okay. Ah.
Oh, what? It was Tevin who did that?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. You guys were both conspiring against me. I went back and I watched it and I read chat. I saw.
Did that ravine come down in the same turn? You might want to double check. I think you played a swamp then the ravine. I would just go ask real quick, because I think he just untapped, and yeah, I think that was the case. Alright, we're going to go double check on that one. Okay. Alright, they're just catching up with the state of things. Oh, goodness gracious. Alright, everybody, thanks for joining. Let's get back to the game. We've got a Thoughtseize on the battlefield. Just doing a quick check of the situation as it's sitting. And we'll see what we can all make happen here. Catching back up. We're going to return that one.
We got it.
Alright, so we're back up to a turn with the Thoughtseize sees Collected Company, Collected Company, Collected Company, and a Loxodon Smiter. Now,
Seems like Kevin might be in love with the Coco.
he's cuckoo for those Cocoa Puffs. It doesn't take the Loxodon Smiter, even though that's the 3-drop.
You
There's
gotta
actually-
take that guy, right?
No 4th land, actually, so Kevin unable to cast any of those Collected Companies. Drops in the Loxodon Smiter. Both of these cards pretty well posed up against this Tarmogoyf. Kevin can maybe start getting aggressive with this Mirran Crusader this turn. And if Kevin hit a 4th land, then this gets a lot better, but it doesn't look like he did. I think that's a Leonin Arbiter in hand. And I think he almost tapped the Ghost Quarter, and I think he's going to leave that up because if it survives, though, Peter does have a Terminate that he'll probably end up firing off at that one for pretty good reason. Is it Mod Abuse Wednesday? Jeez. Oh my goodness. Oh.
So much stuff happens.
So we're up to a 4-5 because of the Thoughtseize. being a sorcery, the first sorcery to hit the graveyard. So we do have a 4/5 up against this Lockstone Smiter. A little bit worse for the wear here. Terminate taking down the Leonin Arbiter. Looks like we might, in response, go for the Ghost Quarter here. A little bit odd sequencing from Peter on that. But he's fine with it. I guess, oh, you know what? Peter probably wanted him to do it. Because if he uses the Ghost Quarter, then he's
Then Rage and Ravine is good to go.
And he's out of a collecting company.
True dat.
Yep.
You have stated a truth fact.
Yeah. But we do have the Rage Ravine on the battlefield now. Peter with a 4/4 and a 4/5 up against a protection from green and from black. 2/2 with double strike. And a Loxodon Smiter. So far the board's a little bit even. Though Huntmaster, another card that's going to be nice on this board, but it doesn't actually break the parity just yet. That protection from green is so substantial
Peter
right
just
now.
needs to draw a lightning bolt.
But Kevin just needs to draw a land.
Hey, he listened.
Down to 8 he goes, which might be problematic
Down
because
to
of,
8 he goes. Where he stops, no one knows.
because of lightning bolts and because of the Huntmaster transforming here. 2 damage there and 2 damage at the
Loxodon Smiter.
not a whole lot of other options, but it does mean that all lightning bolts. Well, actually, if he draws a lightning bolt, it's going for the Mirror Crusader. That's
This is a Dark Confidant.
doesn't do a whole lot, but it does enough. I don't think he has 2 spells to cast, however. Is anybody else hyped for Hour of Devastation? Yes. Yes, I am. Thanks for asking. I'm very excited for Hour of Devastation.
Why is that, TJ?
I wish I could just play with the cards earlier.
Earlier than who? You mean like the rest of the world when they're playing with it at pre-release? You can't do that. That's not possible. Wait a minute.
Okay, so we've got yeah, Peter's sideboard is fully foil as well. So we've got a Dark Confidant on the battlefield. Didn't activate the Rage. Wow, we just whiffed.
Awkward.
Wow, we're gonna main phase to just. Oh my goodness. We just saw Collected Company whiff entirely. And we've got a Flicker Wisp and a Spellskite. He could target something and then redirect it to his Spellskite. When is our pre-release? Our pre-release will be the Saturday after this coming one.
That's just hurtful, Tevin.
Flicker Wisp is going to get rid of the Scavenging Ooze. It's going to eliminate a little bit of them +1/+1 counters. Brings it back down to Earth. That's not 2 spells cast for the turn, though. And Kevin, back to top deck mode and doesn't have the ability to crack this. Didn't leave up a Ghost Quarter to be able to hit that Rage Ravine, notably. Will potentially be relevant just through Peter having...
So many duders.
He's got a lot more creatures. Granted, I think he gets through for 2 damage as it sits, but Peter's about to also draw 2 cards. Oh, my pre-release is this coming Saturday.
What?
Did you just double up on land drops there?
I mean, that sounds like something Peter would do.
Though one of them is a Raging Ravine.
Raging Ravine number 2.
So
Get in the red zone.
maybe you just... Let's see. How many of these cards are resilient? Maybe you just keep waiting? I don't know. That's kind of a tricky call. Maybe you just start eating up the graveyard, though. But Kevin in top deck mode, you've got a lot of things beat. He doesn't actually have blue mana, so remember that any of your effects that might go face, like your Kolagun's command or your bolts, actually still deal 2 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Though
Or no,
you probably
TJ will not be streaming it. It will be being streamed by Loading Ready Run.
Yes, Loading Ready Run will be streaming the pre-release at twitch.tv/loadingreadyrun. You'll probably see it at the top of the Twitch page for Magic.
Actually, the SCG Invitational is this weekend as well.
Oh, good point. Maybe not. Might be second.
But who knows?
Who knows?
You knows on Saturday.
So an Abrupt Decay is the draw. We're going to fall down to 13 because drawing cards is fun, and it looks like we hit yet another land. But the Abrupt Decay, not bad.
You can take out...
Black Skull Mage, 86. Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's a pleasure having you here. You're a rock star and an amazing individual. It's a pleasure having you here.
So Peter can try to take out the Loxodon Smiter and make Kevin redirect Spellskite, costing him 2 life.
Yep.
Or just take out the Loxodon Smiter.
I think you actually do that because if Kevin does go down to 2 life as well as reducing his number of blockers, I think you can actually overwhelm because all of your creatures at minimum deal that 2 damage. So actually the spell guide is functionally dead right now.
Yep.
What deck is good against Jund? Eldrazi-tron's pretty good. Anything that runs Reality Smasher.
Eldrazi-tron is Dece plus against John.
And
Flicker Wisp.
Skred is really good against Jund.
Skred is solid against John.
Flickers comes down, but I don't even know what you hit. There's no good targets, I guess. There's nothing that's going to make you feel like great about yourself. Getting rid of the token
outta here
is probably the best value you could hope for.
We need to find a foil wolf token for Peter.
I have considered it. I actually, you know what, I might be able to do that.
Let's make it happen.
We recently added a new member to the Rogues Gallery.
Who is that member, TJ?
Peach Squeeze Altars.
Oh, wow.
I'm actually
do they do altars?
They do altars, yeah. So we might be able to find a way to get a foil wolf token. Not sure. Leonin Arbiter on the battlefield. There is a Ghost Quarter hanging out. That's kind of cool. Kitchen fit.
Free
Oh
life.
my! And suddenly Peter's at
4
4.
all.
And suddenly there was 4. With a lot of removal in hand, though. I mean, the Kitchen Finks is pretty nice for buying back some of that.
Alright, Inquisition of... Oh, Zalek.
Oh! I haven't seen that happen in ages!
Inquisition of Ozalek.
No!
Ow.
Inquisition of Kozilek puts a Loxodon Smiter onto the battlefield. The Abrupt Decay goes for one of these flyers. Peter's back up to 6. And remember that if he redirects this, he might actually just be dead. And it looks like Kevin is aware. It's a pass back. We take out the Raging Ravine. Looks like we're not going to pay the lofty cost for it. You're going to use it to pay green, gain a life, go up, up, up to 7, get a 3/3, and... my goodness gracious. Golly gee willikers, we're going to transform this back up to
2
9.
life, make it 2/2.
What a resilient Peter. Falls down to 4 and then immediately goes back up to 9.
Are you saying that he's more resilient than other Peters?
Yes. I am.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like, think about it. Peter Parker?
Did Peter Parker pick a peck of pickled peppers?
No, that was Peter Pepper that pecked.
Oh,
pecked
Peter
peppers.
Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Yeah.
You're right. Peter Parker is Spider-Man. I couldn't come up with a bunch of P's in a row for Spider-Man. I don't know why. Weird.
Yep. If he redirected, oh yeah. If Kevin redirected. Was he dead? I don't know.
He was not dead. He might have been from like the attack.
Did
but
Peter
no,
have
I
enough
think-
attackers?
No, I don't think Peter had enough attackers.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, Peter did not have enough attackers.
Actually, I think you're right. I think that you are correct. So we take 3, we fall down to
6.
6. If he doesn't cast anything, then Kevin's going to be down to 2.
Mm-hmm.
And going to be killing the Flicker Wisp. Looks like a Path to Exile going for that.
Man.
There is the Leonin Arbiter out, so he's not going to be able to search. Looks like they do realize
All right.
that.
Well,
It's 5 attackers against
Dark
5
Confidant
blockers.
triggers. Get on it. Ooh, another one of them Finks
Woo!
doing its Finksy little thing.
Actually, oh no, he can only put Kevin down to 2 right now by activating the Raging Ravine. My goodness, and actually going up enough, he needs to go up above 7 life because of the Mirror Crusader as well as the Flicker Wisp.
That's true.
So he actually needs to gain 5 life this turn.
You can gain
Or
2 from
removal.
Finks.
Removal is also an option.
Yeah, getting rid of the Flicker Wisp is important here.
I don't think that...
What is it? Oh, I think Peter's sitting next to his son and shuffling his deck for
You
him.
know what an option might be?
Mhm.
What if he were to attack all out? Because as things go to the graveyard, A, he puts Kevin down to 2. But if enough creatures go to the graveyard, then he might actually be able to gain enough life with the Scavenger use. What's the card on screen? Oh, that's a Loxodon Smiter.
Loxodon Smitter.
He might be able to just gain enough life. I'm not certain.
So, attack with the Kitchen Finks. It's likely that Kevin has to block it,
Oops.
because if Peter just has Lightning Bolt...
Well, if you attack all out with everything, then he probably throws the Spell Skite in front of the Kitchen Finks. And I think he realized
Oh
that.
yeah, you just jump the Sky. You're right.
And then you have everything else kind of get in, so that's a little bit tricky.
I think Peter's just dead here.
I think he might be. Unless
So I think his hand is just lands.
I believe it is. And I think against the Mirror Crusader, now he could pass turn it and basically bluff to where
Yeah, see
Kevin might make a
if
mistake.
Kevin thinks to attack.
Because he hasn't been attacking with the Mirror Crusader when it's been probably more beneficial than actually attacking with, say, some of the other options.
Mm-hmm.
Because this clock could have been slightly shorter, I believe, and I'm not certain on that. But it's
So
certainly
you can also attack with Kitchen Finks and hope that Kevin messes up by not blocking with Skype.
because it won't be blocking anyway. And we do see a block there, so that's not going to be effective. Just a bounce there, pass back, and if Kevin sees the Mirror Crusader line, this is going to be moving into a game 3. Those Loxodon Smiters pretty resilient, and actually that Inquisition may have been what lost Peter the game at one point. I'm not 100% certain on that one, but just getting up to where he was able to attack with all those creatures and still have enough blockers was pretty phenomenal.
Okay, Noble Hierarch.
And just swing for
And
6.
attack with the Crusader.
Yep.
Because the Crusader can win on its own right here.
All right, we're going to see a game.
Peter has to have a Lightning Bolt, which we know he doesn't, and we're on to game 3.
Whew. Goodness.
How's it going, USMNT?
Hello, hello. It's good to see you. If he doesn't Inquisition the Smiter, then he volley. You're
Yeah.
right. I was wrong. All right, that was just going to be there regardless. But Peter did some of the work for him.
Peter is like, I'm going to look at your hand, and I'm going to put that Loxodon Smiter into play.
Weird. Looks like your hand's empty. Did not
You have
expect that.
nothing there.
Did not expect that.
You're top decking, though, which means I'm winning.
Oh my goodness, it's the perfect play.
Gotcha.
What's up, Super Attacker? It's good to see you. How are you doing? And hello to everybody who's joining us in the chat. My name's TJ,
And my name is Bryce.
and we're straight out of Geek Fortress located in Snohomish, Washington, having ourselves a good old-fashioned time.
You've done that twice, and both times I've been drinking water, TJ.
This time was purposeful. Last time,
Fair.
not so.
All right.
So Jund on the play. Hand Disruption looks better.
True.
Abrupt Decay is a lot more effective against Aether Vial, potentially. Also could have 3 mana assembled before the Leonid Arbiter combo comes down.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a lot of nice factors for Peter as far as the early game goes. He's able to do a lot of these interactions before Kevin can really capitalize on them. From Kevin's side of the battlefield, I guess probably Companies are kind of his best out at this point. Company is really good, and
Company is very powerful against Jund. But, as we saw, Kevin did not hit on his one Company that he cast that game.
I know that was great. He cast 2 of them though. He got the
Oh, he cast 2.
yeah, he got a Spell Skite and the Flicker Wisp on the other one. Beltomatic!
Boom.
Thank you so much for the sub. Do we still do no ban list modern? A lot of the players aren't really big on it right now. If they do, then we'll go get back to it, but not at the moment.
Why would you need no ban list modern when modern is so great as it is?
Super Attacker, that sounds quite sad. I am sorry to hear that. Actually, recently, our cat had to be put down. Yeah.
Sorry, bud.
You know what? Had a lot of good memories. It was time. It was time. But I'm really sorry to hear that, Super Attacker. I hope that you are able to find peace in the situation one way or another, and hopefully in a way that is beneficial. Situations like that give you a lot of good memories, and I think overall both of your lives came out the better for it. So hopefully you can hit a level of peace with that. What's my favorite deck other than Burn or Affinity?
8-rack?
Kind of like I like Jund a lot.
Jund.
I like Infect.
Jund. Something twin. Everything should be something twin.
Grixis. Lantern is like gorgeous. Lantern is just like a beauty in deck building.
Thanks, Zach Elsick, for putting that on the map.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. Hey, TJ, am I on any podcasts? I am not, actually. I am not on any podcasts at the moment.
My topics are still out there.
I currently have 3 different ideas of podcasts that I'm working on, but I'm not actually doing any of them. And they're both pretty preliminary at the moment. I like the idea of doing one, though. I very much want to do one.
For real.
Yep. You nailed it.
Hate Bears Mullen to 5 against Jund. That always hurts.
What website do I recommend best for sharing decks and getting constructive feedback?
Tapped out.
Probably MTG Salvation, actually.
Salvation is good, but a lot of people link to Tapped Out for their decks anyway. If you're just looking for like deck lists, Tapped Out's always a good one.
It's a good resource for just like throwing. Yeah, I don't know.
It's a good resource for putting stuff into it.
Spikes is good if you put in effort. Like, if you put in the effort for it, then Spikes is good. Like, but you've got to say, this is what I've done with the deck, this is where I'm moving, this is why I'm running these cards, and this is how much testing I've done.
Leonin Arbiter, Brimaz, Flicker Wisp. What do you take? I think I'm taking that Arbiter.
I think I'm just taking the curve piece.
Yeah,
else is...
you're taking the 2-drop. They're on a mold of 5. If he doesn't hit a 3rd land, then none of those other cards matter.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
It looks like Kevin drew a Path to Exile for turn.
That's not bad. Looks like also just through the nature of the other cards being 3 mana, Peter is sitting on an engineered explosives, which is pretty good.
Plus, engineered explosives on 3 kills Mirror Crusader.
Yep. What's up, Jub? Good to see you. Elspeth Knight Errant, I do appreciate the note. I hope that I would be a great podcast host. And Project X, yes, Project X. It's back in the works. It was put to the side for a little bit. Greg, it's good to see you. How you doing? God, Greg, you're great.
That was a lot of grit.
Greg is great. So we've got a Dark Confidant out for Peter. Another link coming down for Kevin. From what we've seen, not a whole lot of
I think
action.
he drew a Kitchen Finks.
And actually, yeah. Pathing the Dark Confidant is a weird choice right here.
It accelerates Peter to 4.
It accelerates Peter to 4 when you're already behind on both mana, resources, cards. Maybe a dangerous play, but
so he is passing.
Getting buried in card advantage is so
Lightning
rough.
Bolt.
Getting buried in that card advantage is such a tragedy. And like, if Peter's play this turn is to drop down the 3rd land, does he not have it? We might be missing our 3rd land.
Could be.
I think we are.
Okay, here's Thoughtseize. Now Path is going to get cast on the Dark Confidant.
Sure. Peter hit his 3rd land at least. We see...
Kevin did draw the 3rd land. So I would guess Brimaz gets taken here.
With no other enter the battlefield abilities currently in effect, I think that would be my choice as well. The flying is
the 3/1
relevant,
flyer is tough for Peter to deal with.
and Peter does have the lightning bolt, which is able to kill him.
Yep.
So with the lightning bolt in hand, I also feel a lot more confident against the Flicker Wisp than I do the Brimaz.
Yep. However, Peter might be holding on to that lightning bolt and going, I want to kill Mirror Crusader with this.
Good point. And if he has something like an Abrupt Decay, then maybe you do take out the Flicker Wisp, because then you can untap and take down the Brimaz. And just lessen some of that potentially future value.
Does take Flicker Wisp.
Alright, so maybe an Abrupt Decay is the card in hand.
Okay, Peter does have a land. Alright.
Okay, so he's just being patient, and actually, you know what he's sitting? He does have an Abrupt Decay in hand.
And Kevin is down to 18 after the attack by Dark Confidant.
Yep. The Dark Confidant should be exiled. It'll matter if there's a Tarmogoyf. Yep. So they were just catching up. Kevin got thrown off by the land count because of his path. And doing well. How are we? I'm doing well. But that Dark Confidant should be exiled.
Yep.
You guys want to exile Bob?
And Brimaz comes down. We're going to pop the fetch. We're going to fall down to... Wow, we're going for a shock on this. Actually, you know what? You need it.
Fetch, shock, Abrupt Decay, or Terminate.
Yeah, and probably just lining up a second red sword. Actually, he runs 2 Stomping Grounds, doesn't he?
I'm not sure.
Maybe a Blood Crypt, actually. Might be the hit. Okay,
His
he's
Blood
actually
Crypt.
all right. So he's gonna go with the Blood Crypt, untap, and then have access to that one, just preserving his life total at the moment. Make sure he's got the most stable mana base possible, and it's not attacking or blocking it. And I think the last card in his hand is a mystery. We'll see if Peter ends up being pretty conservative with some of this hand disruption.
Liliana.
That'll do it too.
Gotcha.
That's pretty good.
Get your kitty cat out of here.
Yep. But we're doing pretty well. I've got a lot of projects to do and very little time, so tomorrow is going to be... I don't think I'll be able to stream tomorrow. I might do like an hour or two stream, but then I have to go to bed ridiculously early because I'm waking up absurdly early.
Why are you waking up so absurdly early, TJ?
I have to catch the Clipper at like 7.
That is absurdly early.
Like really early. All the other people are getting their Thursday night. But my only time to go there would be like at 3 on Thursday, and I've got work.
Mm-hmm.
So the Liliana Plus is up, and we did not. Well, because we're in top
take
deck.
it out.
So Kevin now in full empty-handed, though he is gonna have the ability to draw a card with this Horizon Canopy. It's a weird thing. Hopefully,
Take one down to 16.
if
Draw
he draws a
card,
collected
collected
company?
company and cry. Right?
It'd be so brutal. I'd feel so bad. I would
Why
feel pretty bad.
bad?
Because that's
Feel
just heartbreaking.
glad.
Though a Dark Confidant when you're at 10 is pretty cool.
I mean, like, if you're not gonna risk some stuff, then you shouldn't be playing Bob in the first place.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. You've convinced me. Dark Confidant, great.
There's no greater feeling than being at 2 life, casting 2 Dark Confidants because your opponent is at 2, passing the turn, and they go, okay, go, and you flip 2 lands and you kill.
Heard my name on Split Second. What's Split Second?
Split Second, that is Star City Games show that has Jeremy Knoll. He does it every weekday.
Wait,
it's
why was
like
my
a
name
little
on there?
news thing. He was probably talking about the pre-release.
That makes sense. Okay. I was bamboozled for a second. I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that.
I got it already, Elspeth Night Errant. I'm on it.
I'm so bad at names of things.
You are. But that's why I'm here.
That is why you're here. Oh, goodness. Why was I? Okay. It was probably the pre-release. Flickers comes down, exiles his own land.
Technically, you weren't too slow. There's just a delay.
He's got a Noble Hierarch in hand. How do you check what a card does? What are we looking for? Flicker Wisp? Let's bring up Flicker Wisp. It is the 1/1 that's the 3/1 flyer that's on the battlefield.
Boom.
Scratch that. Abrupt Decay
It's
takes
now
it
dead.
down because it's going to bring my cost.
Frankly, my dear Canal.
I can
Dear I Canal.
Thanks for the follow.
Thanks for the follow.
We've got a plus on the Liliana. Actually, did we plus the Liliana? Yeah, we've got a
I think so.
Overgrown Tomb in the graveyard. Okay. Also, we lost our Noble Hierarch.
Looks like Kevin's at 11.
Draws the Overgrown Tomb so we
Kevin's
can
at
plus
11.
up safely.
Kevin's at 11.
Oh my goodness gracious. We are in a rough spot here for Kevin. And like his life total looks decently high. He's technically like he's doing okay, but he's so far behind on board. And the Voice of Resurgence actually looks pretty excellent, but the problem is now Peter just attacks for 4, Kevin blocks, and then do you just minus the Liliana? And by the way, Peter played out the Dark Confidant and he's still at 10.
Classic Peter.
Takes all the damage, plays down a
Tap
tap land.
land.
And honestly, at this point, I just pass. I'm at 10. What's the voice gonna do? It attacks Liliana down to 2?
I mean, you can minus Lily and make him get rid of the voice.
But why? Because
then
then,
it's a 1/1.
but then it actually kills
Then
the
it can kill
Liliana.
Lily, I guess.
As it
Oh,
sits,
we are on turn 1 of turns.
as it sits, I think that Peter is just hugely favored. He gets to maintain card advantage. He gets to attack for 5. Kevin's gonna have to deal with that eventually. If he turns it sideways, he's gotta have a blocker right now. This is a really bold attack.
Really? Attack and pass. Take 2 down to 8.
With a Scavenging Ooze at that. A card that gains life pretty decently. There's gotta be a path to exile. There's gotta be something.
Took up. Then you path that, and you're dead to the 5/5 Raging Ravine.
Yep.
As long as Peter doesn't miss his trigger.
Okay. So I will. All right. Well, I mean, you got to do what you got to do, right? And it didn't happen. The Liliana was so safe for doing that. I'm pretty surprised by not attacking with the Voice of Resurgence, because you could have left it up as a way to either block or path. Might have incentivized Peter to go for maybe a minus. Maybe. He probably would have just attacked anyway, but then you have a path to exile and a trade with the Dark Confidant, which seems a lot better in the grand scheme of things. He would still have the Scavenging Ooze, but at least gives you a lot more room to work. So I think at the end, Kevin maybe got... He might have changed his playstyle based on the fact that he was now in turns. He might have thought, now's the time to get aggressive, and I just don't think that was quite it.
I agree.
But
it happens, and
sometimes you're just in turns, you gotta move.
Absolutely.
All right, let's head on up to the booth, and that was a full round.
Yep, round 3 should be coming up here very shortly. I'm actually going to head out to find that. So
Let's do it. Hello and welcome to the Geek Fortress stream. My name's TJ. I am joined by Bryce here in the booth tonight, and we are streaming Modern here from Geek Fortress, located in Snohomish, Washington. It's awesome having you all here. Peter takes that one in 3, just in turns. And welcome to everybody who's here. It looks like there's just over 200 of you. If you haven't yet, be sure to hit that follow button and join us more in the future. It looks like a heart, it feels like a heart, and it certainly keeps us going. You can join us every Wednesday at 7 Pacific time for a little bit of that sweet Modern action. We've got 4 rounds every Wednesday. Plus, we have got Modern every Saturday at 6. You can also join us for Legacy Fridays at 7:30. All times are Pacific, of course, and we do try and get in those special events when we can. Super Attacker, the rules of Modern are that it's cards from 8th edition forward. One way that they did this is at the time, that's when they switched to the border of the time. Otherwise, the rules are functionally the same. There is a ban list that exists, but that's essentially it. Orinel, have a good night. Thank you so much for joining. It's a pleasure having you here as always, and we are getting ready for round 3. Round 3 coming up, but thank you everybody for being a part of the stream. As always, interacting with you is a massive pleasure in what I get to do with my life, and when people get to ask me, what I do outside of work, and I'm so excited to be able to say that this is what I do, and it's such a treat being in this community. So thanks for being the community that has been so very, very wonderful. Oh, it's exciting. We are going to have some... the stream will still be happening this weekend, so we will have some hosts filling in for me while I am gone. So still tune in for that. Other than that, what else we got? Not sure if we have any larger events going on, but be sure to check out GeekFortressGames.com. We've got a couple of reasons now. One is because if you do need to buy anything, whether it be singles or supplies, Geek Fortress Games could be your source for that beautiful, beautiful supply of inventory. Always filling it up, always having fun with it, and always trying to expand in the ways that we can. Check it out. Help support the shop that supports this stream. It's always a blast, and working with Dylan is an absolute pleasure. Plus, while you're there, check out the little spot for articles. We are still doing a playmat contest in which you can design the Geek Fortress playmat. We are working on it. Mirror Reflection, you are a part of that community, and I truly appreciate you for it. But you can help design the playmat. We are certainly taking submissions on that one for a contest. Plus, you can read some of the articles that we've got, one of which was written by the very same Peter that we just saw win on stream in round 2.
Whoa.
I know. What a world. Plus, we've got some more coming the way. I think when I get back, I will be starting to write a few of my own. I think they're mostly going to be in a more, bloggy, quick thought kind of thing, rather than, long-winded articles. But I don't know quite yet. Might do one with TJ's face. I approve of that. If you had a Prey Upon that was from before 8th edition, would you still be able to use it? Yes. No, you can still use ones that were printed before 8th edition as long as they have a modern legal printing.
I don't know how you have a Prey Upon from before 8th edition because it wasn't printed until Innistrad.
Pay no attention to Bryce. He's needlessly pedantic.
I'm not wrong.
I know. He loves being right when he has the opportunity. To be fair, so
Most of the time.
Most people do.
Yeah. Being right is awesome.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, what else we got out there?
So there's still a couple games that are in turns, so
Wow, turns take so long.
it does.
What's up? It's good to see you! How are we doing today? How are you doing today? Tell me about your day.
Day went okay. It's busy at work right now, and our person who handles ordering of everything is gone, and so we're way backed up, and there are people calling and going, "Hey, where's my stuff?" And we're like, "Well, we haven't ordered it yet." It's fun.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that was my day at work.
I got to have some fun in my work as well. Got to help some people out at the counter. Thank you so much, Tevin, for being here. We'll see you next time. But I had a
See
nice
how
time.
nice that was? You should try that sometime.
I got to do a large noticing project. Basically, like sending out a public notice about a project that was happening, which is a bunch of paperwork, but it's definitely a good time. Sending out lots of emails, notifying, newspaper, stuff like that. Definitely a lot of paperwork, and I got to issue some like passes for parking, and yeah, it was all
Parking
kinds of
passes.
basically, yes.
Score.
It was very exciting. I would consider the day probably a billion out of 10.
A billion out
Yeah,
of 10?
a billion out of 10.
Wow. It's supposed to be Bash Doro Day? Nah.
Way to elaborate. I could tell you intended to say something.
I thought about something and then I was like, I just shouldn't say that, so I didn't say it.
That's pretty kind of you. Hi, pleated pants. It's good to see you. My pants aren't pleated today.
Neither are mine.
Nope, but
I'm
that's
wearing
okay.
jeans.
Now we do have pleated pants in the chat. Thank you so much for being here, and thanks for joining us. We do have some more magic walking up towards us, a little bit super steady as it's moseying its way through turns. It took a little bit of a bird walk.
Coleman is just floating around out there, so he's going to choose matches for us.
Is he?
Yep.
Historically, he's been pretty good at that.
He does okay sometimes.
Yes. Would a 2-mana stupor be played in Modern? Target player discards a card at random, then discards a card.
It would
Yes.
see play an 8-rack.
It would see play
Very
anyway.
easily.
It's better than Wrenchmind. What do we do for work outside of McGig? Fun fact, I don't do any work in McGig because none of it makes money. For me, at least personally. But I work for a local city in their planning and building department.
And I work for a local technology reseller that works at schools. Next round. Okay, Coleman's choosing our match for us.
Are you like a technological Dunder Mifflin?
Essentially.
Which of the office people would you be?
I'm inside sales, which Dunder Mifflin doesn't technically have.
They
I
do
guess,
have sales.
I guess I'm inside sales. I don't do like sales calls outside. I guess I'm technically a combination of like Kelly and Jim. But I don't
Kim.
But I don't leave. I was gonna go with Jelly.
That makes more sense. You do have... Oh, you might be a little bit like Oscar with the actually.
I am not Oscar. I'm not accounting.
That's true. That's true.
Kim and Jelly. Nailed it.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, goodness. I think my closest thing can only be...
All right, what do you got for me?
You got a haircut.
I did get a haircut. I was
Actually, it
gonna
was
ask-
multiple.
I was actually going to
I hate
ask
you
if
right
you guys had any requests before I went up.
Nope.
There's been talk of Affinity, but that's because people want to see it win on stream, so that someone has to change their name. You could put Eric on. He's on Grixis Shadow. That's always a decent match to watch.
I'm not putting Shadow on right now.
Why not?
Cool.
All right.
Who is Nate playing against?
That is a good question.
You could also get the guy who's from Florida. His name is James.
He's
but I'm
playing
really bad with
against.
names.
He's playing against the Bui over there.
All kinds of considerations. We
All right,
trust
I'll
you.
figure it out.
Okay.
Okay, you just want to share you were playing Bring to Light, Kikijiki, and Modern. You were matched up against Mardu Nahiri, and you Bring to Light for bribery?
Nailed it.
Wait,
I mean-
how could you instant speed Bring to Light for a bribery? To take a Nahiri? Or to take... I'm confused. Wait, no, that goes out of the library, doesn't it? Oh, God. That's so
Doro,
cool.
I am Jelly. You could also say I'm Super Smuckers.
That's so cool.
It is. I love that phrase.
8 coin laughs in the background counted up today. Oh my goodness! Oh wait, that doesn't reset by
All
day,
right,
I
well,
bet.
you've got a return of Peter on the wall.
Peter on the wall up against Mason.
Yep. The old 4-colored knight.
That should be fun. 4 color. It's 5 color.
It's 4-color Mason Zoo. You know what he recently added to the sideboard as of today?
What?
I'm gonna say guess, and then I'll make it his picture. No looking at it as I'm typing it out. We'll see if you can guess it based on just the art.
Oh well, that's easy.
Alright, what are you thinking?
Something that he would have added.
You can look now.
He likes bonfire.
Oh, that's in there. You can look now.
Rakdos. That's
Actually,
Rakdos.
yes. Were you looking before the... You peek?
No.
You probe?
No.
Huh. It's weirdly impressive. What's up, the Hobo Lord? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's a pleasure having you here. You're a rock star and all kinds of rock ability. I don't know. Check the tape.
I did not peek.
You've got a peeker.
I had my eyes closed. They're behind glasses. I
know.
can't even see my eyes over there.
Either way, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with your ability to screen peek, if nothing else. Okay. So, Mason.
Things are happening.
Yep, Mason down to 19. Peter with a Raging Ravine. I honestly don't know what to expect from Mason's deck, but basically one thing that I do love about his deck is that everything in this deck has got a story for Mason. Every single card in this deck has got a time that Mason, like, it's got some history for him. So that's pretty cool. It's a very personalized deck. Absolutely wonky to no end.
Condore.
Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's a pleasure having you here. You're a rock star just like Tommy Moonray, and I gotta say, if you were my band, I'd absolutely put you on lead guitar. Insane Tangent. Wow, that's weirdly fitting. Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Dang. So, a voice of resurgence coming down to the battlefield for Mason. I should have him write an article for the website just talking about what the story behind all of these cards is.
The story behind every card in my Zoo deck.
Yep.
It's probably just like 4-color mid-range. I don't think like that. Mason things. 4-color M&Ms.
There we go. How about 4-color Mason mid-range?
I like alliteration.
Cool. So the voice of resurgence hanging out. Peter not doing much yet.
Bane Merchant. With
What's
the
up?
follow.
How you doing? Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. I was just thinking I needed to buy some things, but who am I gonna buy them from other than a Batman villain? I'm.
Ophir the Salty. That's
What's
what I'm
up?
gonna go with.
You kind of sound like a Viking. Fun fact: I recently learned that there is a Viking museum in Norway.
Keen to 10.
What is up with all the follows? Hi, everybody. Did we get hosted by someone that I missed or something happening? I don't know, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We're going to take Path, but we've also got Olivia Voldaren, Huntmaster of the Fells, Abrupt Decay, and Scavenging Ooze. That's quite a hand.
It's a lot of things that are just value creatures.
We can't who I was until I opened the store. Oh my goodness. Well, welcome everybody If you have any context as to how you came to this stream and a bunch of you followed at once, I would love to hear it. But if not, I just appreciate that you're all here.
It's totally not a Jund mirror.
It's pretty close, though. It's pretty close. 0-4. Okay. I like it.
Ah,
More like a rage-quitting goblin.
Ofer. Got it.
Thank you, Elspeth Nightheart. Gotham is yours.
That was a little worse.
I know. That's because every time that I say that line, I can't help but think of Adam Sandler saying it. Like, it's just, he said, all I could think about was Adam Sandler doing that line.
Why would you put that in my head?
It's, oh man, I can't watch that scene anymore.
No, I won't be able to.
Pretty funny.
Why you do that?
So 4 mana for Peter, 2 Voice of Resurgence for Mason, which is actually pretty resilient against everything happening here. We've got a Thoughtseize coming down, Scavengers, Olivia Voldaren, and a Huntmaster. What do you take? I mean, I just don't even know at this point. Mason's red and green mana is attached to the same card, so you might not take the Huntmaster.
Huntmaster?
Despite that being probably the best take, you might just take the Scavengers. But it looks like that he doesn't want to mess around with that one.
Huntmaster's a lot of value.
And
Olivia can just die.
Jason. No, I want Abed from Community as Batman.
You sleep, I don't. I can't sleep.
I would watch this movie. Alright, a Lightning Bolt is going to take down one of these voices, replaces a 2-2 with a 2-2. But on the bright side, this isn't a ballet. And we are going to be replaced by 2 of these ones. Now we've got a full-on Swan Lake happening here on the battlefield. Should be pretty nice. And Mason suddenly looking like a Bears deck.
Those are elementals.
Yep. Yep. And you know, I do have to believe that Mason knows how to count.
Ooh, Tireless Tracker.
Get his alphabet all the way from Elemento. P. Elemento. Dang it, whatever. Tireless Tracker comes down. No lands yet, still 3 of them out. Doesn't get a clue token, but you know what? I think Mason's searching for one. And eventually this magnifying glass is going to come up with something. What's up, Joan? Good to see ya. How did an elemental token get +2/+2?
It doesn't. There's 2 of them. There should be an elemental token in the little red binder.
Yeah. Yeah,
There's an elemental token in the red binder.
either way.
Make it a little clear.
Now we don't need to get the second one. I think we're going to call it.
I think Kolaghan's Command is going to take out Tireless Tracker.
I fully expect that to be the case. Maybe get back. Ooh, a Tarmogoyf. Looking pretty good.
Look at that Tarmagoof.
Just, Cornor, it's good to see you. I'll tell you what, Mason certainly earned it. Mason earned it far and away. All right, now I think we're just going to represent these
Yeah,
by
just
the
telling us the size.
Absolutely. Tarmogoyf coming on down, but Peter's hurting.
Okay.
He's feeling it, you know?
He's at 6.
Yeah. The last land comes
and
down.
Now, that land just shy of Tireless Tracker.
But now we have got both Scavengers and Olivia Voldaren. Which one do you go for at this point?
Probably cast Olivia Voldaren.
Modern is so relaxing to watch. Uptown Gaming, I hear you there. You know what? I just get I love watching. I get like a weird mix of like, all right. So I've been playing a lot of Mass Effect 2. You know how it like has the scales for the elementals when you're scanning?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's like if hype were an element and relaxation was an element, man, you definitely would have put a probe there because we are spiking on both of them.
So you're saying you're spiking on both Ezo and Palladium?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's gonna bring us to the YMCA. Yeah. Do you get where I was going?
I got it.
Whatever. Halo Spades just getting into Modern. Well, Halo's great, Spades is great, and you're great. So you're fine here. If you ever have any questions, be sure to ask him all that kind of stuff.
Modern's great.
Woo! So Mason down to 14 after going for a little bit of that fetch shock action. We're gonna lose one of these. It is gonna be a little bit of a rough road.
So I think I like casting Olivia there if you're going to make that attack because Olivia's a 3-power flyer, and if Peter doesn't have a removal spell for it, he's dead.
I think I agree. But then again,
Moot point.
it's all the same, I guess, in the end. Mason's going to go up to 15, but Peter's really got his work cut out for getting ahead in this game. Mason's starting to run a little bit light on resources.
Hey, look, Liliana
Wow.
gets Olivia out of there.
As
and
far as
now,
pieces go,
Lightning Helix off top. Pass turn.
okay. Did Peter just turn the corner at 3 life? The problem is that Mason
There's
is
a mountain. I think I would have just played that.
probably. I think he might have been incentivizing Peter to plus rather than minus and kill the elemental. But the elemental
Yeah.
isn't doing much right now.
No, I think playing the mountain is pretty important, especially when Mason is playing Glittering Wish in his deck.
Yep. I do like Jeff. Jeff reacts. Halo Spades, thank you so much for that follow button. It's a pleasure having you here.
Jeff is honest. If nothing else, he is honest.
That is Jeff will say exactly what's on his
Yep,
mind.
he will always say exactly what he is thinking every time.
That is an excellent way of putting it. Okay. But I like Jeff. And he's one of our mods here. Was the first actually, we owe a lot to Jeff here. He was basically like there's a very decent chance that he sped up our progress as a stream by like 6 months to a year.
Oh, easily.
But with just a massive host a couple of times and given us some recognition, and that certainly meant a lot to me as an aspiring streamer and commentator, and certainly he's done a lot of good for us.
Mason is dead to this Raging Ravine.
And he can't hold on to removal for it because of the Liliana. It's the same situation we saw against Kevin.
He's looking at his sideboard. Is it possible that he has a Glittering Wish?
Yep.
Glittering Wish?
He's got 4 Glittering Wish, and his sideboard is...
Go get Deflecting Palm. That's not going to do it.
Actually, it is. It does buy him a turn.
Oh, it does buy him a turn. It
He-
fogs it for a turn. Oh, he doesn't
It's
know
from
that.
It's from a source... No! It's from a source of your choice.
He doesn't know that.
He could just target the Raging Ravine. It gives him a turn. I don't think he could draw anything, though. But still, game 1 goes to Peter. I would love to see that happen. Just to see Peter not do it for... I don't think that he could have drawn anything. I'm not sure what it would have been. Does he have ready? Yeah, he had a Stomping
Yeah,
Ground.
he had Stomping Ground. So he should probably be playing like a one of Lightning Helix in his board.
He's running a lot of things in his board. I think all of his helixes are main, though.
Yeah, but I mean, having Helix in the board means that he's got access to that burn spell there.
Yep.
Or like Boros Charm, even, would be fine.
Okay. Jund is Junding? I hear you, Joe.
You should make sure that he puts that Glittering Wish back in his deck.
Oh, did he exile it?
It's still in his pile.
You could probably just go take a quick look at it and point at it. What card did he play? Oh, God. Let me show you. The Modern Wish. The Modern Wish. Glittering Wish, a green and a white for a sorcery that says choose a multicolored card you own from outside the game. Reveal that card and put that card in your hand. So Mason's sideboard
It's
is
happening.
entirely multicolored.
You don't think it's happening, but it's happening.
Apparently.
I hear it's happening.
He said that he just saw the best thing ever.
Chat's happening.
Reanimate Combustible Gear Hulk. Flip 3 Gear Hulks, kill you.
Are we doing a standard FNM as well?
I don't know. Where did that happen?
Oh, it's on YouTube.
Oh, it's on
wasn't
YouTube.
here.
It wasn't here.
Stop confusing us, Coleman.
You're the one that's confused.
Yes, because you confused us.
Let him be. You have a door. Use it to win arguments. It's the best way.
I have a door? Oh.
Yep. See, Dino's right. We can't yell at Coleman,
I will always yell at Coleman.
but he'll always be louder than us.
That's true.
We can't out yell that man.
I think that you don't know how loud I can yell when I want to.
That man chuckles at the decibel level of a lawnmower.
Sure, but he doesn't have any actual yelling. That's just his normal volume and his max volume. He's just always at max.
I don't think I've ever heard him at max. He reminds me of like, have you ever had those stereos where like when it's at the level of where like you have it, it says a negative number for some reason? So it's like negative 36, but when you turn it up, it goes up to like negative 32, but it's like kind of loud, and like that's the comfortable level. I'm fairly concerned that like Coleman is always at negative 36, and I never want to know what the positive level is. Like I never want to know the point at which Coleman says, you know what? I didn't want to raise my voice, and of course at this point he's still like feels like he's shouting at you, but I'm gonna raise my voice, and I am just. You ever seen Kung Fu Hustle?
Mm-hmm.
You remember the wife?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I feel like Coleman would do. We're always loud? Oh, big guys are always loud. I'm not sure if that's true.
I don't know if that's true. I know plenty of larger people who are not loud. My friend Sam, for instance, is 6'7", and a pretty sizable guy, and he is one of the quietest guys I know.
Huh. It's been our theme of the day. We tried to get you Kelly and Jim. You got Dwight.
I'm Kim Jelly, darn it.
Oh goodness, I don't even know who I'd end up in there. Like the closest thing I can come up with is Tom Haverford from Parks and Rec. Like that's really closest what I'd be. Oh goodness, how many times have people been caught cheating? 0 times.
0 times.
There have been missed triggers and accidental things that we've caught, but it is pretty stressful to be on stream. There has been 0 documented purposeful cheating on camera. But, like, there is a surprisingly enormous factor when you are on camera in playing Magic. And I will say that anytime that it happens, it is worth, like, giving the players that kind of benefit of the doubt because mistakes do happen.
True dat.
And plus, this isn't a Pro Tour, it's a local game store. People are having fun at regular REL. And honestly, if you feel the need to cheat at regular REL for a piece of a prize pool that you paid $5 into, you might need it more than me.
Yeah. That's a fair point.
Don't do it.
No, you
It's a
shouldn't.
terrible
do it.
thing to do, but like if that's where
If
you're
that's
at,
what you're stooping to, then
if that's the
You know
point
what?
in
You
your
got
life
me.
where you were like, you know what, I need to cheat at this weekly event. That's where you're at, not me. That's
yep. Ooh, dueling wooded foothills.
sorry, cheating bothers me
I'm with
quite
you.
a bit.
I'm with you.
So, we have got a Wooded Foothills for Peter here. Probably... Big M Chili! Thank you so much for the sub. You were great using that Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate it. You're amazing. You know what? I don't know what the M stands for, but I know that it's big, and I know that it's
Chili.
involved with chili. And I gotta say, nothing could be better than having you here with us.
See,
So thank you.
I'm just I see that, and I'm like big'em, and I just go straight to Redwall.
Fetch Shock, nice. Fetch Shock Thoughtseize. Down to 15, we look
Is
at...
Peter on Death Shadow now?
We look at Path to Exile, Abrupt Decay, Kalitas, Kolagon's Command, and a Maelstrom Pulse.
Let's get
Mason-
Peter chooses his foils specifically.
Mason draws, misses his second land, and passes.
Welp. GG, everybody.
Ibrahim TV, hello, it's good to see you. It's supposed to be Big McChilly, but you forgot the C. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
I like big'em chili.
You can change your name now. If you haven't changed it recently, every 6 months you can change your name in Twitch. So go to your settings and you
Go
might be able
check
to.
it out, because it's fun.
Path to Exile, we are going to fetch Shock. You have to be a little bit decisive on what you go for, because weirdly enough, normally what he wants to go for is a Stomping Ground as his first land.
Mm-hmm.
But now he's got to make this kind of weird decision of he needs white man up front, probably green to back it up. No, we're going to go with having some Lightning Bolts up. He must have some red spells in hand. Or maybe it's that if he has like a Voice of Resurgence, he's going to need to get another green mana anyway. So maybe now you're setting up for the ability to go for like an Overgrown Tomb to complete your mana base.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Mason's still at, well, down to 17, going for that. Peter jumps ahead in the land race.
Did you know that when you say let's, it sounds like you say lents?
When I do,
Yeah, I don't know
Lents.
if you've ever noticed that.
let's. I guess
You're
occasionally.
always like, let's see.
Let's see. I didn't. Now I do. Interesting.
I don't know.
Food for
That's
thought.
just something that I noticed, and I was like, huh.
I do it for Lent. I don't know. When is Lent again?
You know what? You found something I don't know much about.
Fantastic. Inquisition of Kozlak, we're seeing in a Johnny Vengeant. Master of the Fells. Kolagon's Command, Maelstrom Pulse, Path to Exile. You probably take out the Maelstrom Pulse because it can answer the Liliana? By the way, that's a Graven Cairns as the land on the battlefield. We should note that.
It's a
There-
sweet land.
Mason either has white mana and nothing, white mana and colorless mana.
Oh, look! It worked! Big McChilly is here!
Hooray! Congratulations. Looks like we did end up taking the Maelstrom
Ooh,
Pulse.
Lava Claw reaches.
Fun fact. Mason's, how do you set up a stream for your shop? Ooh.
Great question.
That is a question that I need a lot more time to answer.
That's your first article.
It would not be my first one. That one
No.
would take some time. But it actually is on my to-do list.
Yep.
Basically, I have absolutely talked about setting up, basically writing a how to set up your store stream article with like as little detail as possible as far as the exact equipment, so that it can like maintain itself moving forward. But
The answer is be lucky and have a David Bradbury. A lot of it. It's a big portion.
there's have a Dylan, have a TJ, have a David, have
Players who
have
are willing to play.
have players who are willing to play, have hosts who are willing to host.
Yep.
I will tell you this: whatever amount of work that you think it is going to take. Actually, you know what? If you do a weekly one, it'll take like probably still significantly more than that. But I will say, however rewarding that you think it will be, it will be. Unless your intent is to get rich, then it won't be. But if your intent is to like have a blast, you will have the most fun that you could have ever imagined.
Alright, so we've got a Liliana hold happening, and it looks like Mason's going to keep his 2 lands.
There is no blue in this 4-color deck.
No blue. Dabba D. Mason's gonna die. Dabba D. I'm gonna stop now.
Oh my goodness. That was brilliant. You have a rig for your smartphone? Nice. Actually, that's super cool. That's super cool.
Ooh, Huntmaster.
Streaming is so rewarding. I love it. Huntmaster out. We're going to gain some life. He gets the Huntmaster before
Yeah,
Mason does,
and-
unfortunately.
And Huntmaster transform, and we're pretty much done here.
Oh.
This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mason down to 4.
We are...
And pass turn. Can you say GG?
We're going to shock Locks on Smiter.
Smiter. Oh, both of you.
Boring. Lame.
Well, I'm gonna go see if we can grab like a game 3 of Affinity, so that we can get to be named to change their name.
Ooh, and then chat gets to vote on the name?
Yeah.
Can
See
I...
what I can find.
That's the camera you use for your YouTube channel? We use a Logitech C920.
You're
Let's head on up to the field. We'll see you up there. Hello and thank you for joining. My name's TJ. I've got Bryce here in the booth with me today, and we are looking at finding another match to put on here in round 3. Whew. Gotta focus down. But that's on me, not you. Thanks everybody for being here. Y'all are amazing. And if you do have any questions, comments, or feedback, always feel free to toss it into the chat. Be sure to hit that follow button if you haven't yet. It means the world to us to have you here. You can also, of course, subscribe if you do feel like you have the means and the inclination to help us do what we do. Actually, the camera is ridiculously affordable for how good it is. The camera, you can usually find it for about $100, maybe a little bit cheaper if you can find it on sale. But it is also straight up the best camera you can get for a reasonable price point without starting to get into like weird industry stuff. It is incredible. Fantastic. Would recommend it every single time. So we're going to try and find another one, but you can also join us here 3 times a week. It is a blast. I am super excited. What's the meaning of love? Not to get too in depth, but I am not the right person to ask. Oh goodness. But I'm quite excited about this, and I'm super excited for my weekend. It is going to be fantastic. I will be going to Canada on Friday to take part in the pre-release. I'm very, very, very excited about it. It is an enormous honor, and I'm going to try and do us all proud. What am I doing this weekend? I just said it. You will reinstate the challenge? Nice. I dig it. What's up, Zach? It is so good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. It's awesome having you here. And we're in Canada. It will be in Victoria. It's where Loading Ready Run is. I'll be going to spend the weekend there. The Matrix teaches us that. I like it. I like your way to break it down. I am coming for Canada's birthday. I am. It's pretty exciting. You found one? Dang, that's a great deal. That's a really good one. It's hard to find a high-res picture of me. That makes sense. I hear you. But yeah, I am super excited for the pre-release. Oh, goodness. Oh, I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. And it's right after I got a haircut at some point. Oh, man. I need to buy that. I feel like it'd be... Nah, I probably shouldn't play a playmat that has my own face on it. That wouldn't be wise. Oh, my goodness. Please do submit that, by the way. Will I be making videos with Loading Ready Run at all? I'll be doing the pre-release. If you count that, then yes. Otherwise, if I can sneak into any of their other ones, I will. Bryce, I have something amazing to show you.
Oh God. Well, that's
Incredible.
a thing.
It's amazing. It's my favorite thing ever.
It's pretty okay.
It's okay. Okay. I do say that word.
That is a word that you use. Oh, I see Zach's in here. Hey, Zach.
What's up? Play with that playmat and sign it 60 times.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. It's just my way of having a mild version of my hero, the Macho Man Randy Savage's saying. I know. You're impressed that I have a magazine on hand.
I am not impressed. I knew that you had that.
Yep. I just, he had, oh yeah, I've got okay. Okay, brother.
Lovely.
Oh, man. So, what have you got for us?
Nothing currently. Our affinity players, one of them was already done, the other one's already in game 3. Coleman's keeping an eye open for a game 3 of some sort. Or a game 2. Another game.
Well then, it comes to this.
What is this?
It's going to be another exciting edition of 20 Questions here at the
Oh
Geek Fortress
my
stream. So
God.
come on down, contestants. Who are the contestants you may be asking?
Am I the next contestant? in Charlie's line?
Absolutely not. The contestants are in fact the viewers. They're in the chat. They're all playing the home game. And of course, they can join in by tossing in some of those ever so important questions. But hold on just yet, because we haven't yet even selected our amazing card. So, we will be picking a card here at random by the Spinodon and heading forward. Wow. I think we can do a different
I
one.
think we can do a different card.
My goodness. I like this one.
That card is solid.
Let's move on
okay
forward
with
with
that
it. So, we have got the extra special mystery card chosen. Mystery guests, come on
toggle it.
down. Whoops. We're going to need a new card.
I was like, wait, TJ, what are you doing?
We found a better one.
That's true, but what are you doing?
I don't know.
Why did you hit it?
And it looks like Big McChilly takes the win. All right. It's time to play again. Looks like the chat got it in 0 questions
We're
that
playing
time.
it for real. Let's do this thing. Is it a horse?
I hate horses.
Not a real question, he said. He said not a real question.
Dang it. I wanted to count it. Horses deserve it. Why don't horses revolt, Price?
Is it in Grixis colors?
Okay, is it black or blue or red?
It is not. Is it vintage legal? Is it modern legal is asked first? Yes. And then is it vintage legal? Yes. I don't think there's a single card in... I mean, I guess like Jace the Mind Sculptor and those guys.
No. Jace the Mind Sculptor is vintage legal.
Yeah.
No. Alright. It was CMC greater than 5.
No. Is it a canal? I don't think so.
Is it a McGee card? Okay. Is it white?
No.
Alright. Well, now we know some things about this card.
We do.
CMC less than or equal to 3.
Yes. Yes, it is. Is it legendary? No. It is not legendary.
Good question, though.
Wait, so we can't ask if it's a horse? Is it blue?
Ask if it's a horse.
Blue. Is it blue was already asked.
We have already had,
Uh,
is it blue or black or red?
Is it a creature? Yes.
Yes, it is a creature.
Is it smaller than a bread box? Depends on the version.
Gandalf the White Horse creature token. Oh, goodness. Has it been reprinted?
Yes.
Did I already... Sorry. I may have been distracted reading chat. But... Okay. What else? Is it
Does
green?
it have an activated ability? Yes, it does. Rap Game Audio asks if it's green.
Good question.
No. People asking if it's a permanent, it's a creature.
So that does seem likely. Does seem likely. It also makes it a lot less likely
Is
that
it
it's
2 converted mana cost? No.
Nope.
Alexis Bros, combined power or toughness equal to or less than 4. Yes.
Okay. Find power and toughness less than or equal to 4? Yes.
That's a fantastic question. Does the card have a set specific mechanic? No. Is
Goodness.
it an artifact? Yes.
Ugh,
Is it a mirror? No.
you're right. Woo! Alright, there we go. There we go.
Is it a horror? No.
Are there any are there any artifacts? Oh, there are. There's...
Yeah. There definitely are colors or artifact horrors.
Hooray! Okay.
Is the activated ability a tap ability? No.
Does the activated ability require tapping? Nah, fam, we Gucci.
You spelled Gucci wrong.
We're Gucky. We're Gucky, everybody.
You spelled Gucci wrong. Someone asked, does it have devoid?
If it's an artifact, no. Is it Gucci?
It's GUCCI.
It's
Spelled it
Gucci.
correct now.
It's Gucci. Oh, goodness.
Is it from Amonkhet? No.
I'll toss Yellowbone.
There you go.
Is it in standard? No.
Or, as far as the hint goes, since we're at 18, is it in standard? Should I say this? Do you know what I'm going to say?
No.
I'm going to reference its creature type.
No.
Don't do that?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it good?
Is the CMC 3? Yes, CMC is 3.
Yep. Does it actually see any play? It has. Actually. I have played this card.
Mm-hmm. Oh, UGD Zakutsu with the
Zach!
bottlenose.
You know the best part is that right at the beginning I was like,
Zach's
I
gonna get
guarantee
this.
you Zach has played this card.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guarantee you Zach has registered this card.
Mm-hmm.
I am convinced of it.
Bottlenose.
It is, in fact, Bottle Gnomes. I love this card. I played it in Mono Blue Tron.
Yep. I've
Yeah.
played that card many times. Of course you have.
Naturally.
You
Actually-
sacrifice it to gain 3 life.
Didn't we... Is that one of the cards that we considered for Blue Steel?
I have no idea.
I
What's it
feel
like?
I feel like we were talking about that one over the vehicle. The harvester or whatever. I wouldn't have known that. Okay, that's funny.
Reinforcements or refreshments?
Oh, goodness. But yeah, I feel like we considered this card in that deck. I'm not 100% certain on that, though. I don't know. Harvester better, Wormcoil even better. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Oh yeah.
Wormcoil is not a bad card. It's big, so that's a big, that's like a notable thing.
Yeah.
You also get to run a Titan. Run Frost Titan.
Don't run Frost Titan. Never run Frost Titan.
All right, do you want to go check on Coleman? Usually when you give the job to someone else, they don't do it.
Alright.
Is Coleman actually looking for a match?
Well, there's only 3
There's only
in there.
yeah, they're on the last
They're all in
That's
between.
kind of what I thought. They're all in their last games.
Dredge versus Control,
One of
Rangeman
them's
versus
Lantern.
Elves.
I bet one of them was in game 2 while Coleman was
Zoo
out there.
versus-
They were not.
It's nothing that would be.
Okay, everything's exciting.
Well, I know that the Jeskai versus Dredge matchup, one of them opted out. So.
Understandable. That happens. Am I sure it's not Luragoyf?
It's always Lurkoif.
Is it?
Literally always.
Huh. That doesn't make any sense to me. Hold on. Why?
Because it's just always
Is this a
Lurkoif.
meme that I'm not aware of?
Probably.
I know everything fuels the Megma.
TJU versus Bryce. Do I get cards?
Nope.
Or oh.
No.
I'm taking cards. I took cards. It's too late. I already did it.
Is anybody in the chat a judge? My opponent's just stolen part of my deck.
You have your deck in your hand.
Judge?
Don't you talk to me like that.
Judge?
Oh, this is Snapkeep.
Judge?
Can't possibly lose.
Captain Harris, he stole part of my deck. My deck, look, he stole everything but this. Now I have an illegal deck.
So do I. This is legal. See? Play Magic.
Damn.
Draw your 7.
Damn. I will start playing with a Merciless Javelineer and a Thresher Lizard.
Okay. So we're just going with infinite mana essentially?
No.
No?
No.
So how are you playing this?
With mana.
What mana? I do not see mana. If we're playing infinite mana, then great. If not, then no.
It will be impossible to play this game with you. You are way too into rules.
Always.
My goodness gracious.
Wow. There are 3 Magma Sprays in this.
Wow.
I would have won.
Yeah, with my deck. You just realized that Twitch had turned off notifications for the Fortress. That's unfortunate.
Well, Twitch. I don't know what else to say there.
Well, Twitch, thank you so much because it gave the ability of Rip Island Top Go to then rediscover the stream and go for the effort to push that notification button, which not only solidified in their own heart how much they wanted to know the notification for the stream, but it also solidified to us how truly much of a fan and a wonderful person that you are. So by bringing that to our attention, you've only strengthened the bond between Rip Island Top Go and ourselves. So thank you, Twitch. For your malfunction may have been a slight inconvenience, but in the end, it's going to bring us so much closer as a community, as a team, and as a world.
Fine, TJ. You can use that entire thing. I'll use this.
Nope, I'm already off it.
But I'm ready to play. I have a real deck.
Yep, I'm off it.
It does real things.
That's some spin. I know. They basically call me the fidget. Oh man, I'm so excited for round 4. My goodness gracious, it should be a good time. In the meantime, what right now is your most excited deck? What deck are you most excited for right now in Modern?
Okay, you said my most excited deck, and I'm
Yeah.
like, decks don't have feelings. How can they be excited?
Anyway,
Can it beat 3 Magma Sprays? Of course. It's Eldrazi-tron. Can't lose to Magma Spray. The deck that makes me most excited about Modern
yep,
right now.
yep. 4-color Saheeli Cord. Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
I don't know.
The Worm, you are our featured view of the day.
I don't know.
Nothing makes you excited in
Nothing
Modern right
makes
now?
me excited. I just want to play Modern. Doesn't matter what the deck. I just want to play.
We do! We do! He was super cool. He's playing a sweet deck. And I'm pretty hyped about it. I am pretty hyped. There are no cards with excited in the card name. I'm not sure if that's true. There's got to be something that has a functional equivalent word, like a thesaurus word.
Thesaurusy.
Yeah.
Thesaurusy.
Yep. Huh. I didn't know that was even a quote. That makes sense, though. That's a very David thing. No, actually, I was the Living End hyped player.
You did quote 13. Okay, that is the 13th quote. Said by David on 227 for some reason.
I don't know. You guys did get the GP New Jersey Brainstorm playmat? It was awesome meeting you, by the way, right by the top. Go!
Rick Smonty says I look like a Living End player. I have a Living End deck.
I think have decks. I don't know. The Worm 826, you are a featured view of the day. Thank you so much for joining. Thanks for being great, and honestly, thanks for what you do. Not only do you basically process the earth and make it go forward and make it continue to evolve, much like the brewers and grinders out in the Magic Circuit, taking the things that we thought were rubbish and turning them into something great. Looking at you, Zach, and the Worm. But you do something so much more, which is, of course, you get yourself lost in a good book, much like those bookworms that we liked in high school, we liked in elementary school, and we like them now, because as they learn more, we learn more, because they share that knowledge, and they share the world.
Yep. Well, Rick Smonty, I did just top 8 the 1K here with Eldrazi-tron.
So here's looking at
Nailed
you,
it.
Worm. The Worm 826. You are great.
Man, I wish Atomic Tacos. I wish.
I like doing these features. I feel like I did pretty okay with that one.
Yeah.
Felt good.
Solid.
It felt good. I knew it. Let's see. What deck am I most excited about in Modern right now?
Yeah. Yeah. What is your most excited Modern deck?
I think... Okay, so I've got one, and it's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. But I really want Soul Sisters to try playing the horse.
Don't talk about the horse.
But think about it.
No, I don't want to think about it.
Okay. What's up, Giselle? It's good to see you. It's been such a bit of time, I feel, but welcome back. What card am I most excited for from Horse Sisters? Boy, you gotta really enunciate that one. What card are you most excited for? What card am I most excited about? Oh goodness, I don't know. There's a 3-mana. Oh wait, the 6-mana 6 damage straight to the dome. Better Lava X.
I like the 5-mana 4/4 artifact guy that costs 2 less for each card you've discarded or cycled and has cycling, because I just want to live the dream of like turn 2 turn 1 Faithless Looting, discard 2 cards, cycle Street Wraith, play 3 of them. Seiko.
So congratulations, you've worked very difficultly for a terrible card.
Hey, I got 3 4/4s in play on turn 1. What do you have?
A game plan that doesn't suck.
You know what, TJ? I don't deserve this.
So, by the way, No one noticed it, but I'm so happy about that.
I noticed it.
Oh my goodness. So, yeah, I'm super excited for dinosaurs, but they aren't out yet. They're not in Hour of Devastation. What card am I most excited for? I don't know. There's all kinds of cool ones.
There's so many cards in our Devastation.
I really just want to get more bombs than Marshall. That's what I want to do.
Do me
More-
a favor, open the Locust God and just crush with it.
That sounds like my game plan. Yeah. I would just like to basically draft... I would like to open my cards better than Marshall does, because he will build them way better.
That's true.
Yeah. Go to a table and we play a game, but then we wouldn't be in here, which means that there would be nothing happening on camera there, which is
Eric,
not a good
Coleman,
idea.
and Steven are all out there.
Doubt that we can get a game in the 3 minutes or whatever that we have left.
You know, seeing as the
6
next
minutes.
round is scrolling right now, you're probably right.
Okay. Bantu's Last Reckoning. Is that the board wipe? Yes. If you want to see me play, you can join me at my home stream. Shameless plug, where I basically every day that I'm not doing this stream, or most days that I'm not doing this stream, I'm streaming from home in some capacity. What won the 1K? That would be Affinity. But you know what? I'll say this. You can go to geekfortressgames.com, and there's one article with the full standings of the tournament, including what deck that they were on, and there's another one with the full top 8 deck lists. Just something to keep in mind, something to consider going to check out, something to really feel like you are going to... Thanks, Rip Island Topco. It was definitely fun. I need to work on them in a little bit. It feels weird because I don't have as much to talk about on them because I'm not trying to. I'm trying not to reveal information. So it's like this strange mix of trying to talk but not trying to reveal, and it's going to be a little bit tricky. I need to figure that one out a little bit more. What should you play in Modern No Ban List? Sultai cards that were banned.
Sultai cards that were banned?
Yeah, that's what they should play in Modern No Ban List. Sultai banned cards, or Burn. Burn would also be good.
So we're gonna have our finals. It's going to be a moment while Peter takes care of a couple things.
Cool.
But then we will have our finals, which is Peter versus Adam, Jund versus Vizier Company, or
Ooh, I'm gonna sneeze.
Devoted Company. Gesundheit!
You know what's an interesting card that is in Adam's deck?
I'm listening.
I need to remember what it's called.
What does it do?
It's the Devotion Marauders from Theros that gives things haste and intimidate.
Oh, Moses Marauders.
Yes, Mogus's Marauders is a one of in his deck. It's so that he can potentially company and find that in a Devoted Druid to go off at instant.
Haste. Wow.
Yep,
That's janky.
it's super janky.
That's like mega jank.
Yeah, when he told me about it, he goes, "It's pretty bad," and I was like,
Sounds like
"It might be, but we don't know for certain." And he said, "But it's definitely funny," and I was like, "Oh, it's definitely funny."
Swasf09.
Beautifully pronounced, Bryce. Beautifully pronounced. It sounded like art coming from your mouth. Thank you so much for hitting that follow button and joining us. I look forward to seeing you more in the future. Be sure to jump into that chat and play along with everyone else, which is basically just a conversation. But, as a quick note to all, thank you so much for keeping it family friendly. Thank you so much for keeping it cool. And thank you so much for keeping all of your comments that are towards our players or towards ourselves constructive rather than destructive, including other people in chat. We have the greatest chat in all of Twitch. And a lot of that is because of you. So thanks for being great, thanks for being amazing, and thanks for sticking around. We're going to be heading down to the field shortly and getting ready for a little bit of that Obzon Company versus Jund. Are you hyped? I'm hyped. It's going to be great.
I'm totally... We're bouncing a lot? That's because TJ's shaking his leg.
Whoops. That's my bad. That
like
is
welding
my
jar?
bad. Okay.
Alright, we can head down the shuffle.
The formatting on the Geek Fortress article was a bit tough to read. I can pass that along to Dylan. We're still very new to it, so we're working on improving. So thank you so much for letting me know. We'll see you down there. Okay, and Bottle Gnome's still up on the field.
Hey, Bottle Gnomes. How y'all doing?
Yep. Alright, should be fun. Did you see what that was? I didn't see what that
I
was.
did not.
Alright, apparently our mods are just on it.
Nailed it.
There is some mystery thing in chat, and apparently it got deleted. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Jund again. Jund's great. Jund's great. We're getting Premier Fair Magic on tonight.
Besides the fact, I mean, so I don't know. So Coleman chose Peter for the last round because,
It was the finals?
he chose him for the last round because it was playing against Mason,
Right.
and Mason's deck is interesting.
Mason's
And
deck is sweet.
So this is the finals. We always put the finals on for the final round.
Actually, this matchup is pretty interesting.
I think it's pretty good for Peter.
Ah, it was a fishing one. Got it. Thank you. Ah.
Thanks, MTG Bot. You great.
I don't play jars in my affinity
Oh,
deck.
sweet. They're both going to 6.
I mean, at least they're doing it together, so that's kind of cute. Right?
See,
Yes.
I like when both players go down to 4, because then I like to go cripple fight, and it's fun.
Maybe slightly insensitive.
It's a little insensitive,
A little bit, yeah.
but it's fun.
I mean, it's a game of Magic. It's always fun.
True that.
Yeah. Because you get to play together with friends.
Sometimes.
Or enemies. But then you beat them. So it's like you either play
Sometimes.
together with friends or against enemies. Like, you can't go wrong.
True that.
And they'll never stay an acquaintance for long, because when you're playing Magic, you can do nothing but have a good
So,
time.
Vizier
Or
Collect
bad
Company, Devoted Druid.
Huh.
Can't take the Collection Company. I guess you take Devoted Druid.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Ghost Host? Ghosty Hosty. Hi, it's good to see you.
Ghosty.
Pleasure having you here. Maybe as a ghost you could answer something for me. How did the ghosts in Pac-Man die?
They don't die. They go back to the little middle thing.
No, but how'd they get there in the first place? They're ghosts, Bryce.
True.
So, we have got a Noble Hierarch on the battlefield. Do you think he drew that this turn? Well, the Terminate says no. That's back in the graveyard.
We know that Adam drew that this turn because Peter cast an Inquisition on the last turn.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
I wasn't sure if you knew.
that's okay. So, a Vizier coming down. Vizier of Remedies, part of the new combo. This one says that if an effect would put a counter onto a creature that you control.
A -1/-1 counter specifically.
True. A -1/-1 counter on a creature you control. Instead, it does not.
Puts that many -1/-1 counters -1. So if it would put like 3 on it, it puts 2 instead.
Oh man, I never even realized that.
Yeah, that's
never,
what that's what
never
the
even
card
cared. Okay. I never even
does.
cared.
Yeah, but it's not Malira.
Either way, the point being that it's now dead through that Abrupt Decay, but it does work quite well with...
And Collected Company.
Works quite well with Devoted Druid because of that card untaps by putting a -1/-1 counter on itself. But with that card out, it does that many -1, which is 0. So you've got a 0/2 that can tap infinite times.
For all the
That does
manas.
make sense as to why it works, because you still are putting them on there, just -1. Makes sense. Either way, pretty cool. And Adam does have a card which allows him to assemble arbitrarily infinite amounts of mana and then win with a card on the spot as long as he's got one of them. But the more that Peter does, even if Adam gets into a position of assembling this combo, by keeping his hand this slim, it's going to be pretty difficult for him to capitalize on that with one of his cards. But if my experience against this deck is at all accurate, I can guarantee you they will always, for some reason, go to 0 cards.
Here come. I mean, this is just going to be the combo, right? He's gonna put
Every
the
single
combo
time. They
in
will go
play.
to 0 cards, they'll draw a card, they'll company into both pieces, and then they'll draw like a chord. Every single time. That's brutal. So, Adam's
That
got a bird.
hurts.
4 mana birds.
Adam's
strike
got a
is
quarter
worse.
calling in his hand.
They'll always have it. He's got... Dang. That's a 4 mana Birds of Paradise hanging out right now, and it looks like we are going to be courting right now for 3, 2, 1, go.
142.
And we are going to be searching.
863. This probably should have been a chord for 3. Go get.
Looks like
Hewitt
it was.
and Get back chord or company.
Looks like it was.
Yeah, Collected Company has been mediocre on camera today.
Yeah.
It has been cast 3 times and hit a total of 3 creatures.
4. Oh no, you're right. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Dang, that's real bad.
It's real
God, that's
bad.
tragic. So we're down to 18. Not even a ton of pressure coming. Hopefully, I think what Peter's hoping to do is just not cast a spell this
Why
turn.
is he cording on his turn? Eh.
I don't know. Probably so that the Huntmaster doesn't flip.
That
Because
seems
if the
likely.
Huntmaster transforms, then it means that it ends up killing your Birds of Paradise. Or whatever you end up courting for if you want to go for it.
And now the Huntmaster will transform in upkeep.
Yep. So we're going
And
to transform
take out
this.
the Ewit.
It's the 2-1. It's the one that can actually apply pressure. The Birds of Paradise doesn't really matter at this point. And
Okay, draws a Kitchen Finks.
that card's actually decent.
So let's see if he casts Collected Company,
Does Adam have one?
he got back company with
No, you're right.
Ewit.
Of course. They'll
Okay,
always have
pass the
company.
turn back.
He's casting a company.
Company. You hate Cocoa, that card is dumb. But I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Attacks 4-2, plays the Collected Company. I like that Peter not getting aggressive with this 4-4. I'm not... I think there's a reason to do it because all the creatures are objectively like smaller. There's not much that beats this in combat. Super Vitello.
Wow. Jesus.
Adam might just
Company
win by
has
hard.
been so bad. It's
Adam
been so bad this
might
game.
just win with a walking ballista.
Yeah.
Dang. And we're gonna gain 2 life, and we're gonna make another wolf.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness, Adam, that is just
Well, he drew Vizier.
step 1.
Well, you play Kitchen Finks, and then you cast Vizier.
And it looks
then
pretty good.
Kitchen Finks just blocks forever.
Yep. That's pretty not bad.
But then
Peter
Peter
just
just doesn't cast a spell on his turn.
kills
and
the Vizier.
Master transforms and kills Vizier.
Nice.
And you're back to square one.
I do like square 1. It's probably my favorite square.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Square
It's-
one is pretty cool.
Well, so many possibilities, you know. Really just feels like potential. When you're playing 4 square, you know, it's the first one. I should really go back and relearn how to play 4 square. I feel like I would
Foursquare
enjoy
is
it.
weird.
Is it?
It's a weird game.
I feel like it's mostly house rules.
That's probably true.
I don't know for certain though.
Okay, Raging Ravine, and here we go. Let's, everybody in the pool.
Dang.
Everybody, just send them. Do it.
I mean, Adam
Tap
gains
your
2
creatures.
life, but he also only has... Jeez, that's a lot.
Not Huntmaster, obviously, but you prefer square dancing? Square dancing is awesome. Did you do square dancing in junior high school?
I did. Cha-cha, real smooth. Let's go
That's
to work.
nothing to do with square dancing, but okay.
I know, but that was line dancing. Which is basically the same thing if you take away 3 of them.
Square dancing is fun.
I did a lot of swing dance in high school. That was fun. So, we're going to deal 2 damage
The
to
Biscuit,
Vizier.
91.
Biscuit! Fun fact, I have a weird affinity for people with the name Biscuit, so you and I are going to be good friends. You're going to be amazing, and I'm excited to have you here. Thanks.
Oh, look, Eternal Witness.
That's
Let's go get Collected Company.
Obs on Company's
Cast
draws
Collected Company.
always make me so furious.
Why?
They make me so furious every
Why
time.
you do this?
Oh my goodness. And you know what's going
Do
to
you
happen?
cast Collected Company looking for Vizier, Visceraseer?
No, he's gonna get it. He is going to cast it. Peter is going to pass the turn. Adam's gonna nail Devoted Druid and Vizier, and Adam is just gonna draw into the hanger back or the
Or
every
like
time.
Ewit to get back the cord.
Every time. Every time.
Okay, pass turn. Here we go.
Okay.
What you got?
Good. You know I want.
Ooh.
What you
Scavenging
need?
Ooze. You know I got it.
All I'm asking.
It's for a little respect. Stumpy Goomba.
Good to see you. Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's a pleasure having you here.
Ooh, another Raging Ravine. That's a card.
And a Liliana looks pretty good right now.
Jehome. Gemmo.
What's up, Jimmo?
Gemma?
Thanks so much for hitting that follow button. It's a pleasure having you here. You're a rock star. We've got Dark Confidant, Tarmogoyf, 2 wolves, and a Ravager of the Fells
Don't know
out
why I thought that was
alone.
Jehome.
I don't know. Let's see. The wolf token should be dead.
Yes, it should.
One of them, right?
Peter should only have one wolf. One of them was blocked by Kitchen Finks, right? One of the wolves was blocked by Finks, right? Yep. Okay.
Cool. Getting it all caught up.
Nailed it.
One wolf. We've got a Ravager out. Tarmogoyf.
No Brian Kibler here.
Tarmogoyf as a 4/5 at the moment, and a Dark Confidant. I don't really get that reference. I'm assuming it's good.
Watch the. Have you ever watched Pro Tour Dark Ascension semifinals? Kibler versus John Finkel?
Nope.
Okay. You should watch it. It's a great match.
Sounds like time.
It's a long one.
Does.
That was,
like
that was
time.
back when it was. I mean, I guess it is still now best of 5, but it's best of 5. Plus, it was Kibler versus Finkel. But it's Wolf Run Ramp versus Esper Delver Spirits.
Finkel's on Esper, isn't he?
Oh yeah, of course. Kibler is of course running the big green Stompy deck.
Yep. Thundermaw.
No, this was before Thundermaw.
Dang it.
This was Dark Ascension.
So he
Thundermaw
didn't
was
have a
released
single
in
dragon in his
13.
deck?
Uh,
Had to have been an imposter.
no, there were no dragons in that deck.
Had to have been an imposter.
I mean, it cast Primeval Titan on like turn 4.
That's not a dragon. Papa Tritty, thank you so much for that sub. I appreciate it. Tossing in some of those catty kappas up
Catty
into the
kappa.
world. Hopefully
Cat-
that's what they're.
cat
I don't know
cap.
what they're called. Another collected company from Adam into the face of a wolf
believe
and a
it's Kipo.
Tarmogoyf. And what shall we
Alright.
see?
Oh my gosh, is this another terrible one? I see a Fiend Hunter,
There's at least one. Everybody gets one.
but I think that's it.
Nah, there's.
Nope, there's another creature in there.
I think a kid.
It's
I
like
think that's a
Fiend Hunter
Scavenger's
Scoos, or is it Fiend Hunter Kitchen Finks?
or a devoted druid.
Or Devoted Druid. Okay, Fiend Hunter Devoted Druid. Fiend Hunter probably gonna take out the Tarmogoyf? Or do you take out Huntmaster? I might have taken out Huntmaster.
I think I would have heavily considered taking out Huntmaster. But there's still 2 damage, and we're not going to block with our. Isn't that a
Yeah, what's
1/3?
That is a 1/3.
Interesting choice not to block with the 1/3 against the 2/2. Very curious.
Bottom. Yep, it is Kipo. I know things, Doro. I know things. Sometimes.
I mostly just click the button.
Yeah.
Inquisition firing off here.
Just get it in the graveyard for some reason.
I'm not entirely certain the reasoning behind it.
Yahoo77.
Thank you so much for that follow button. Pleasure having you here. You're a rock star. You're amazing. Everybody knows it. You know it. Thanks for just being a part of what we
Hey
have.
now. You're an all-star.
Does that give him the second
there
spell?
was- Oh, is that a second spell for Huntmaster? That's why, okay. Good
Yeah.
call.
Yeah.
Good call, people. Nice.
Probably shouldn't have that in his
Huntmaster
graveyard.
probably shouldn't be in the graveyard. Or Ravager,
Probably.
that is.
I have to agree that it probably shouldn't be in his graveyard.
It's likely. Well, a spell was cast. Scavenging Ooze is going to get activated, eat a couple things, increases life total.
Mm-hmm.
What even are zones? Nobody knows.
They're secret.
Oh, Dark Confidant.
Hits a land. Because it's
Does
Peter.
that ever happen with Peter?
I don't know. I don't know. So we've got some wolves out. We've got Dark
Peter's
Confidant.
staring down the battlefield.
Honestly, the Raging Ravine, like, there's no Vizier of Remedies out, so the Raging Ravine actually looks like a pretty solid attack right now.
There's so many chump blockers, though, in these, like, birds and noble hierarch.
Sure, but at least applying pressure on them is enough. This is still game 1, too. This is gonna be a, man, Peter's playing some grinds
Okay,
today.
going with the Scavenging Ooze.
Peter's in some grinds today.
And the wolves. Okay. Sending a lot.
I mean, everything on that board outclasses everything else, especially with still having the green mana up. That Kitchen Finks gets a lot worse.
Methan, I think a part of it is that Peter has been playing on this side of the table, and sitting right next to him is his son playing as well. That can be distracting.
Very possibly. Very possibly. How much time left in round? 35 minutes. So we're going to get 2 damage in, and we're going to sweep the rest of the field otherwise. Not too shabby. We're going to be down to 5.
All right.
Pressure.
And pass the turn. Huntmaster's going to transform. This devoted druid is going to eat 2 damage and die.
No worries, ghosty hosty. Devoted druid hits the bucket, not kicks it, just hits it
All right, collected company.
every time. It's gonna be a chord or something. Gotta.
Collected company. Nope, that's a land. And we're done here.
All right.
Game 2.
Jun takes game 1. Boy, Adam, 3 companies in that game, right?
Uh-huh.
And we hit 5 creatures, 3
Uh-huh.
of which were 1 mana dorks.
Birds and hierarch. Yep.
Wow.
That was not good. That was not a good thing. Like you look at collected company and everybody's like, that card's so powerful. Thanks, TJ. But everybody's like, that card's too good, it's too powerful, it does too much stuff. But then you look at that and you just go,
What a trash card.
it put a total of 1 power into play
Yep.
and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 toughness.
Tree Folk OP. Toss that in the Doran deck and you'll be feeling slick.
He spent 12 mana and got 8 mana out of it.
Oh, the value. Bryce, the value of it. The pure gall. The gall of it. Adam thinks he can break the rules like that. Spend 12 mana
and
on
only
the
get
8. Seriously.
What the heck?
You are going to take 12 mana worth of spells and like it. This is not Angelic Edict that you get to just toss in instead of paths. You get out of here, Adam. You get out. And you get full value from your companies. Look at
Mr.
Peter. His abrupt decays were killing creatures. His bolts were casting
Did
spells.
he cast Abrupt Decay?
He did. He killed a Vizier of Remedies with it early on.
You right.
Yeah.
You right.
Me right. He had a Huntmaster, which got far more than its value because Adam was sacrificing
that
so much
Huntmaster was
that
all over the
Peter
place.
just scooped it up.
Huntmaster was just like, let's do this. Let's do this.
There was 4 mana worth of value on the table, and Peter decided to scoop it all up.
It was like, let's transform over and over again. It was like Transformers out there.
It was like Peter thought he was Shia LaBeouf, and honestly, I love it. I want him to be Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf.
Peter, you're my new Shia LaBeouf, but not actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. More like brandishing a knife, Shia LaBeouf. That's a great movie. And by movie, I mean...
You mean YouTube video?
Yes. Yes.
YouTube viral
I don't
video?
watch many full movies anymore. They're
Why
all
not?
the same to me.
Why don't you watch things, TJ?
That takes a full 2 hours out of my day.
That's fair.
That's 100% the reason.
You make a solid point.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Link, please.
Don't you all be mean to me now. I can't read chat.
That's okay.
I'll do this, and then I'll be able to read chat.
Can you?
I can read chat right now, yes.
Cool. So, we have got... Yeah, that was pretty bad. And people thought this deck was ban-worthy. Is Coleman watching right now?
I don't know, is he?
Okay, then the deck's not. If he was in chat, though. Disgusting. This deck needs to be banned.
Everything needs to be banned. Let's ban all the cards in Modern and only play Legacy without cards from Modern.
By the way, I'm almost certain that they don't actually watch this stream. But to Plowshares to Swords, the mod of r/Modern Magic, thank you. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Alright, that's a shiny swamp, right?
Yep.
Right? And then looks like an Inquisition.
Yep. We've got
I'm nailing it.
3 Vizier of Remedies and a Collected Company in deck.
Well,
And-
that's a thing.
So, yeah. So thank you to that. Why thank it? Because r/Modern Magic is now banning all users who start mentioning ban talks.
I like it.
Yeah, they have officially banned ban talks from the entire subreddit. If you discuss it, you're done. They're gonna be swinging that hammer
Does
recklessly.
Adam have a mountain in play?
Does what? No, that's a plains.
Oh, it's just shiny
Yeah.
and looks like a
It's-
mountain.
Man,
I'm blind, dude. Okay? I see shapes and colors. That's all I got.
you could be a bird player with.
Basic planes are just mountains, right?
Oh, and they also re-enabled the downvote button on the subreddit.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. So I'm just so proud of r/Modern Magic. It might actually, like, no offense to the people who like that one, and I still browse it, but it might actually be worth it, like, browsing.
Going back to now.
Like, I still was visiting there, but God, hated it. So we have got a Loxodon Smiter joining the battlefield. It is going to be a decent amount of pressure, but it looks like Peter decided that otherwise, and he is going to go for a Terminate.
Alright, I can't see anything.
We've got a Lightning Bolt in hand, another land going to be coming down. We have got, ooh, a Blackcliff Cleaves. And
Blackcliff Cleaves, huh?
we're going to take hit 2, fall down to 15. Missing a green source for Peter. Scratch that. Verdant Catacombs coming down. We are going to fetch. Going for a green source. Looks like a Huntmaster of the Fells might be coming down. Adam not doing a whole lot yet. Do you think it's going to be that Eclectic Company that we saw earlier?
That seems like what you would do on turn 4 when you have 4 mana. You probably want to cast the card that might give you 6 mana worth of creatures for 4 mana at instant speed.
Yep.
But could also just give him 2 Birds of Paradise. Let's see what happens.
Killer Sniper, remind me between games and I will explain. So... He's the hero we deserve. I am officially changing. I'm going to steal Adam's phone, and I'm going to turn his ringtone into Bad Company. Oh my goodness. Go burn those companies and buy a new
Please
playset.
buy new companies. This is just not working for you.
Oh my goodness. Adam, you know, right before the stream, I was talking to Adam. I was like, I really enjoy that Obzon. Like, when it fails at going out, it just becomes the mediocre beatdown deck, and he took that way too
He's like,
seriously.
yeah, I can do that. Mediocre beats. Let's do it.
Oh my goodness.
Or, you know, classic Patrick Sullivan line, the poopy beats.
I prefer mediocre beatdown. Nothing against Patrick Chapin, but one of those
It's
sounds like
Sullivan.
something in Adola.
Patrick
Oh,
Sullivan.
sorry, that sounds like something.
I want to
that
fly
Adola said.
again.
What a great name.
Thanks for that follow.
A collected company hitting 2 Birds of Paradise. What a champion.
Solid.
What a
Can't be beat.
champion. Killer Sniper, no, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. Okay. Whew. That was absurd.
Why are you TVGing me, Doro?
Two birds. So now we've spent
2 birds,
16 mana
1
on
company
10 mana worth of
instead of
cards.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Yeah, I'm changing Adam's ringtone to Bad Company. Yep. Yep. Oh no, he chose the deck box specifically. It has so little wiggle room in it that the cards
nice
don't
tight.
warp.
Yep.
So we've got a Loxodon Smiter joining the battlefield. It is a 4/4, which looks pretty neat.
The deck box squeezes his cards just right.
Which version of Bad Company?
Yes.
Kill Switch Engage. Oh wait, no. 5-Finger Death Punch? Was that? 5-Finger Death Punch. I feel like Adam would enjoy that.
Maizen Chase. I almost said cheese.
I know you did. Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's a pleasure having you here. We're going to untap here. We're up against that. The Fatal Push taking down the Vizier of Remedies, and Peter draws into a Lightning Bolt, able to take down one of these birds if he so chooses. Doubtful that he will use that. I think the Loxodon Smiter is his main priority, and saving these Lightning Bolts for something like a Devoted Druid or a Vizier of Remedies is a little bit more on the platter. Peter might activate this Raging Ravine just to get in a big ol' swing for 4, which trades with every other board, but that just incentivizes chump blocking, so Peter passes the turn, keeping up some spells, looking to get a little bit of value, dealing that 2 damage to Adam, knocking him down to 16,
Birds
and
of Paradise. It just wanted to hang out.
as an extra special bonus, able to take a bird
Ooh,
down.
He just drew a Duskwatch Recruiter.
That's not a bad card when you're sitting on 4 mana.
You know what? What's going to happen, though? It's going to get bolted.
Most likely. Yep.
Real hard.
Most
Right in the face.
likely.
Maybe not the face. It might be the chest.
I mean, he might wait to see what he draws. He's got more options as far as what he could potentially draw into. And, okay, he might be...
Oh, Abrupt Decay, the Loxodon Smiter.
Oh, we're going to do that.
Oh, we're looking to transform our Huntmaster here.
It appears to be the case.
Bolt it.
Is there a
Sure
list
will
somewhere for that blue steel list? There is not. But Coleman is on Twitter at slowly crashing. At slowly crashing. And you will be, and you
Also
could ask
there.
him, but that's not the one that includes
not-
the bite.
yeah.
So you could just go send him a message on Twitter. What's up, Bertrus of Landroval? If you ever have any questions, be sure to let us know. Welcome back to the game.
Absolutely.
So 2 wolves on the battlefield from this Huntmaster of the Fells.
Doing its thing, flipping back and forth, making tokens, gaining life, shocking faces, shocking creatures.
And all that, and those people still don't realize he's a werewolf. You'd think someone with that much value would notice.
They're just like, nah, that's just the Huntmaster out there. He's just out there hunting like a
Masterful.
master. Took a master class.
Taking down the bird, going 2 to the face off of the trigger from this Huntmaster of the Fells. It's back to being a 4/4 trample. Knocking Adam down to 8. No board available right now.
So it looks like Adam has a Cord of Calling
And actually
and
does
a
have...
Vizier.
He has,
So he could cord.
he has
for
the Devoted Druid. No,
Druid.
he has that too. He's got the combo in hand. Like, if Peter just forgot to run... Oh, no!
Devoted Druid. Oh, he's walking right into a Maelstrom Pulse.
Well, no, actually, Adam shouldn't have cast this.
Because he's transforming his Huntmaster
Well,
back.
he could have passed. Peter would have then untapped, killed one of those, feeling safe, and then he could play down the Vizier and take the win. But now, ugh,
Yeah.
he's gonna lose that.
And
He's
now
gonna-
the Huntmaster is transforming back anyway.
and then Peter just needs to pass the turn back without casting a spell, take down one of these if he so chooses. But otherwise, you don't really need to, because you've got 6 power attacking in. Adam's gonna have to block because, actually, you know what? You just activate this Raging Ravine and you're forcing blocks across the field. But it looks like he's not doing that. Interesting. Interesting. And that is
and we're
enough.
done here.
Puts Adam down to 2, passes the turn back. That 2 damage gonna get in. Didn't even need the Raging Ravine, even though he had access to it.
Yep. So I'm gonna go see. You know. Who we can grab.
That makes sense to me. Let's see what we can do.
All right.
Tell Adam I'm changing his ringtone. Hi everybody, my name's TJ. Welcome to the Geek Fortress stream. We do this stream every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Adam should have 2 more life. Possibly. But if so, I don't think it'll be hugely relevant. The Raging Ravine was also an option, and I think Peter did have those tools available. But, possibly. I know it's towards the end of the day, and I know that at least one of those players is feeling a little bit on the tired side, which happens when you're at a late night event. Looks like Steven is waving at me from outside the booth.
That's true.
Hi, Steven.
Hi, TJ.
How you doing?
Doing pretty well.
You're wearing a different hat today.
Yeah, you saw that, didn't you?
I did. It's different.
I got one of the most savage.
I showed the
responses
stream
to
your
it.
hat.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of my friends replied, "It's like, it's not as shiny as what's underneath, though." It was like, "Wow, savage."
Oh my god. So, Jun takes down the tournament going 4-0 tonight. Peter crushing it. Plus, I mean, if you want to get his thoughts on Jund, you can check out GeekFortressGames.com, where he recently wrote an article that is posted on that website, and you can see his thoughts on Jund, which is also recently on r/modernjund on Reddit, just tossing out things and stuff, saying the words and saying the things. Just seems like a lot crazier mechanics. That is a little bit true. Since 2003, welcome back. It's a pleasure having you here. You are a rock star of the highest caliber, and I am excited to have you back. Indeed. Absolutely. Ooh, look at that website popping up. So we're going to see if there's anything else here in round 4, but otherwise be sure to check out the stream on Friday and Saturday. I won't be here. I will be out of town, but there will be some Valiant streamers in my place, sitting in my seat, sitting in the seat next to me, and doing the streamy things that we do love so very much. It's going to be awesome and exciting. It's going to be legacy and modern. There's going to be all kinds of things happening. I bet that you'll be able to join all the people joining from the invitational event as that winds down to a close. So it's going to be a hopping place here in the Geek Fortress stream. I'm very excited for the hosts, I'm excited for the players, I'm excited for you, the chat, and yeah, thank you for just being a part of it, because that is what it's all about. Having good times, having good fun, and playing Magic. Whew. Otherwise, all kinds of exciting things happening. Working, I guess, just to give some updates on the stuff. Project X back in effect. Working on that one. We'll keep you all updated. Bryce
right.
back in the booth,
I am.
hanging out, having fun. He's been working lately.
Have
Is it Affinity?
it is not. Both our affinity players are in pitched combat.
Dang it.
So facing the wall, you got Eric
Okay.
with a K.
I know. The second I hit tab, I felt regret.
He's up against Mason. So Eric's on Grixis Shadow. Mason is on 4-color Mason stuff.
Yep.
They are heading into a game 3.
It's interesting. Fun fact, the most recent time that I have played Magic was playing Grixis Shadow
Probably giving them 1 win each.
against 4-color Mason midrange.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yes, that is true.
Okay.
So
that's fun.
that's kind of cool. It's right when right before the stream I got the opportunity to actually play some Magic. Played some Grixis Shadow, though it had Delvers in it. Was not thrilled about that, but that's okay.
Delver doesn't belong in the Shadow deck.
I'm unconvinced by it, to be certain. Now let's go with, you know what, Olivia's in the deck, and Olivia rarely gets to be with a feature image. So let's head on down and watch Game 3. We'll see you there.
Yeah. Who's that guy next to Bryce? That's
My name is Shredder.
Shredder.
I work at a nice
Shredder.
Italian restaurant called Olive Garden. If you ever
He's the
order
guy
a
who makes
soup,
Yep.
I will come by and offer to spritz it with a variety of cheeses. Now, you're going to say when? I'll say when. You'll say that's okay. You'll say that's enough.
And he'll
But
keep
if
going.
I will keep going until you say when. And then when you do, I'll still give it an extra second of flair. They always seem to. Probably because of human reaction times.
When I was a kid, we had a thing that we did with that, and it's like, say when. So when you're getting closer, you go, when will you stop? And they say when, you say when, and then you say when. Anyway.
You had this coordinated with every single person? That like,
All of
served
my
food?
babysitters and my parents.
That's impressive. Interesting. Do I have some teenage mutants at home that are addicted to pizza? If I did, I wouldn't tell you. Also, I have pizza in the fridge and now I'm worried about it.
Also, he's Shredder, not Splinter.
Also, who's to say they aren't the same person?
They're not. They're unequivocally not the same person.
I don't know that. One of them has got this big costume on, and the other one is Shredder.
Okay.
You're a terrible nerd. That's okay. I have never seen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Personally.
Can I put a Lotus Petal in the Lands row? Sure.
Why not?
You do what you want.
We've got Windswept Heath from Mason kicking things off.
Inquisition of Kozilek.
And what
Eric
do we
can
see?
take 2 cards. Colligan's gonna hand him Lightning Bolt. But we see Ishkana Graf Widow,
Tassiger.
Tassiger the Golden Fang, and Soren Solemn Visitor. 'Cause why not?
They have the same fighting style, apparently.
That's because they were trained by the same person, I believe. Or, so, the person who trained Splinter was trained side by side with Shredder, if I remember correctly.
Because they're the same person.
No, because Shredder killed Splinter's owner, master, person.
What's Paulo like? Paulo is absolutely delightful. The big issue is that he keeps giving me weird tips, like, if you it turns out that it is just improper to have 4 pieces of silverware when 3 will do, so that's kind of cool. And he always recommends that I play to, I basically like make motions towards my outs on the check. So anytime that I can get at like little dial-ups for free, he's always about getting those free wins. It's a little bit tedious, but it does lead to an interesting night.
Yeah, Splinter watched as a rat and was essentially trained by watching that happen. So that's what I meant by trained. That's why I used air quotes a lot.
Isn't he still a rat?
Yes, but he's a mutated rat.
Huh. So, we are gonna do a little bit of milling with that Thought Scour. Eric, growing up that graveyard just a little bit, trying to race towards a Tasker, trying to race towards a Gurmag Angler potentially. Plus, it's just yet another cantrip, and those are always nice. Not doing the Arilax version, I assume, correct?
No.
All right.
No, this is very close to the version that Brad Nelson played against Todd Stevens in yesterday's Versus video. Which, for those of you who don't know, Todd Stevens is now in the Versus series from Star City Games.
Todd's great.
Todd is great.
Todd's great.
Good guy.
Yep. Good people, good times. So, Steam Vents coming down to the battlefield. Eric on 2 lands, could be firing off. Nice. Serum
Serum
Visions.
Vision.
Now, one interesting is that Mason has got a couple of outs to this deck. Not many, because of just the efficiency of Grixis Shadow really goes underneath what Mason is doing, which is just throwing down big bashy creatures and planeswalkers. It's like a modern Nick Fit, almost. I don't know. Anyway, do Leylands the Void make sense against Death Shadow?
Sure. So, the only problem is, if you play the Leyline game, and they draw the Death Shadow side of their deck, they just beat you down to Death Shadow. But if they draw, the Gurmag Angler and Tasker side, Snapcaster, then yeah, you have a good shot at slowing them
It
down
still
that way.
shuts down the Kolaghan's command and Snapcasters, though.
Yeah.
So I think I'd bring it in.
Eric did play in Vegas. He did not do great. He also did not play Shadow. He played Jeskai deck, even though I told him not to.
He does love Jeskai. That scamp. So, we're down to 12 for Eric. Death Shadow's
Crazy
coming
kid.
online. We are looking a little bit painful on Mason's side of the battlefield as we are assembling
Mason
the
can
mana
cast a
base.
Tasker,
True.
but it just dies to the Dreadbore that's in Eric's hand.
True. Dreadbore's an unusual choice, but I kind of dig it. There's been a
It's a
decent number of
sideboard
planeswalkers lately. I do like the Snapcaster in hand. Eric does have a couple of threats. Mason, with a couple of paths, he might be able to control Eric's game plan a little bit. The weird, cool, tricky bit of it is that Eric's deck, or Grixis Shadow in general, runs very few actual threats. 8, I assume, unless you're running some on... Are you on, 9 for some reason?
No,
Okay.
it's 4 Death Shadow, 2 Angler, 2 Tasker.
Yeah, so it runs 8
Dreadbore
true
that.
threats, and probably going to kick the turn back.
Yep, doesn't have another land.
So Mason, if he's able to answer X number of threats out of this deck, then he actually starts looking pretty solid. The Abrupt Key is a good answer to some of those.
Mason doesn't have land number 4 for Sorin.
Nope, and does not have the Ishkana either.
Bonfire to get it into his graveyard, trying to get
I think it's trying to get
Delirium
for the Ishkana.
for Ishkana later on.
Unusual choice, but I dig
Okay,
it.
so Eric has an island now. What to do?
Mm-hmm. Doesn't it play 4 Snapcasters? That's the threadiest threat? No, it's not the threadiest threat.
Snapcaster is totally a threat. I've won with Snapcaster Mage beatdown
It's like a
many,
thread.
many times.
No, Snapcaster's a thread, not a threat. And if you continue to pull on that thread, then the whole sweater will unravel. And
Okay,
yes,
so we're
that's a
gonna
way
see
to win.
Snapcaster Mage into Serum Visions here. It looks like.
But it's no way to win.
No, Inquisition.
Please
I
miss.
don't like that. Not a fan. He is going to miss. This was a bad plan.
That was a
Why would you
terrible
cast
plan.
Inquisition of Kozilek?
Nailed it. So, we are going to see an Ishkana and a Sorin. Interesting.
Oh yes, claim to fame. So
I'm not sure if it'll be in the deck. It might.
I definitely think it will be.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Snapcaster is not the reason it's Grixis. Stubborn Denial is the reason it's Grixis.
Oh yeah. Plus, then you get to play Thought Scour for the Delph creatures, which don't die to Fatal Push.
Those are all concessions so that you can run Stubborn Denial. It all starts with Stubborn Denial. So we've at 4 mana, we're either going to be casting a Sorin and creating a 2/2, or we're going to get the 5th land and slam down an Ishkana. Nope.
Or Scavenging Ooze.
We're going to nom up that graveyard. Nom 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 nom.
So Eric does have a Stubborn Denial, so if Mason tries to cast this Sorin with just 4 mana, it's gonna be real sad.
Kolaghan's Command. Kolaghan's Command is in Jund too. So, eating up a couple of creatures, gaining a little bit of life, getting a counter on that, technically beats Shadow. Do you think Eric can lose some life?
Well, he just drew a Polluted Delta.
True.
So,
He can turn into a 4/4.
yep. Which trades with Scavenging Ooze as it is, because I believe there's another creature somewhere. No, I don't think there's another creature in the graveyards.
Eric, I think he's got a Collective Brutality, which is like super medium right now, and he doesn't want to gain life. Knows that there's not an instant or sorcery and can't kill anything on the board, but he might just use it to like trade with or beat the trade with the Scavenging Ooze, except it's a sorcery, so it's ahead of time.
Well, I mean, just fetch shock here, go down to 9. This is a 4/4. There's not another creature in the graveyard, so Scavenging Ooze can't block it.
Right. But is that really what you want to use your Collective Brutality on? I guess you're not going to get much of a better choice.
I don't think there's a reason to use Brutality here.
No, I know, but there's not going to be a whole lot of time in the future either. So it's interesting. Are you willing to just sit back and wait? Because if you attack, you're trading. Do you want to trade, or do you just use your Collective Brutality during the small window that it might be playable to shrink the Scavenging Ooze to where you can attack into it freely?
Oh, there's the attack for 4. I assume that we're going to see another Death Shadow come down here.
I believe you.
Looks like Eric has another one in his hand.
Do I think the Reanimate spell from Owl will push Death Shadow into being too good? I honestly don't think so, but I'm also not an expert on it. Like, it strikes me as something that's a little bit win more. It's got most of those tools already, and I'm not sure if that does it better or in a more versatile fashion than all the others. I truly don't have the answer to that question.
I do believe Claim to Fame is going to be very powerful. Glittering Wish, gonna get Stubborn Denialed.
Shame.
Shame.
Thanks, Game of Thrones. Now we know. Alright.
Weirdly enough, I don't actually watch Game of Thrones.
Oh. Interesting.
Do you guys play Commander? Sure. When it's around?
I might be playing more of it in the near future. But currently I don't play a ton of it. Yes. That is my statement, officer.
Got there.
From now on, I plead the 5th. Or something, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I think the card will be tested. I think it should be tested.
Eric with a fetch shock down to 6. These Death Shadows are gigantic.
But I'm not at all
They are
convinced.
solid 7/7 duders.
That was a mysterious answer. I don't know what you're talking about.
Eric might be going for the double Collective Brutality, kill your Scavenging Ooze.
Honestly, I like it.
Might
There's-
as well.
You have no other use for this card.
And he knows the 2 cards in Mason's hand.
And you also now win.
And yeah, you attack for 14.
Exactly.
Which commanders do I use? I have a Mono Green Omnath deck and a Brea deck. And that's it. Death Shadow.
Takes
taking
it.
it down.
So,
That puts Eric to 3-1 on the night.
does it?
Yep.
Nice. As far as what you cut, my mentality is that if the deck was unwilling to run like Temur Battle Rage as a one of, I'm not certain that it really wants a Claim to Fame. Which, yes, they're not the same effect, but they're both that flex spot that's just occasionally grindy, and it seems like Grixis Shadow is all about that utmost consistency.
Yeah, I
And,
can see it.
It only gets what's the exact wording on Claim to Fame? What's the first one get? Is it CMC 1?
CMC 2 or less.
CMC. Okay,
So it can return Snapcaster Mage, which then lets you cast Claim again to return something else if you want to.
but it's a sorcery, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. I think it definitely could see it being tested. I think it could be good. I'm not at all convinced that it will push it to being too good. I think it's just another tool, but maybe I'm wrong, and I don't play the deck well enough to actually know.
Mm-hmm. As far as heavy combo or value, combo, because if I'm playing Commander, I'm planning on doing ridiculous things like comboing off.
When I played Commander, the 2 decks that I played most, though I played over my entire time of Commander, I probably played over like dozens of decks. the main ones that I kind of stuck with. The main one was an Animar, like colorless creatures, like Eldrazi kind of thing. That just I felt like drawing. It was like if I could have the effect on a creature, that's what I did. I tried to do like no like infinite combos, but it was like some planeswalkers and then just a ton of creatures. Like I was running Mystic Snake because that was the counter spell.
Corvix Dea.
Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. The other one was a Azusa Lost But Seeking deck.
Okay.
That was actually Squirrel Tribal, and that was just like the most fun.
Squirrel.
Because you needed a bunch of mana to do like the dumb artifacts that. Hold on, let's go back up the booth really quick.
Nailed it.
Hi everybody, my name's TJ.
And I'm Brett.
This is the Geek Fortress stream, and we're talking Commander.
Woo!
That basically was a Squirrel Tribal deck that I was convinced I would only win with squirrels.
Of course.
That's it. So it was like all the green changelings, and then turns out that there have been like 5 or 6 artifacts ever printed. That when it makes tokens, that you get to name the creature type that the token makes. Like it's when it comes into play, name a creature type. Da 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 da. And so I ran all of those that I can name squirrels,
Of course.
and then I ran all the squirrel cards, and I ran one form of the squirrel, because if you're playing squirrels, you might as well.
you have to.
Yeah, I lost to it on more than one occasion.
I'm sure you did.
But I also won with it on more than one occasion. And it did, actually, that one did run the Squirrel's Nest Infinite Squirrelcraft. It ran Squirrelcraft. But I only think I got to do it like once, ever. Maybe twice. Like, not often. It was mostly just I'd toss a Squirrel's Nest on and like start going to town. But it was definitely a ton of fun. I ran like an Omnath, and so I just started dumping. Like there's one artifact where you would you could pay X into it and tap it and create an XX token of the chosen type. So I'd be making like 40 squirrels because of course I'm generating huge amounts of mana, and then I'm running that Snake Orochi that untaps all the green creatures and lands that you control or something like that. So it's like boom, slam it down again and just like make massive squirrels. It was super dumb but pretty fun.
Yep.
So that was what my like favorite commander deck was. And I had all the squirrel like sleeves and stuff. Squirrel deck box. I bought 120 squirrel tokens. So
That's so many squirrel tokens.
yeah, I needed them. So
I don't think you needed them.
I was
you
throwing
just
them
felt
down.
you wanted them.
Yeah, and I only one of the onset ones because those ones are expensive.
Those are expensive.
Yeah, but I did get one of those for the token. That was like when I had one with the Form of the Squirrel. That was the token that I used for Form of the Squirrel. The rest were all just like a generic websites like Squirrel token, and I would just throw. I'd be like, all right, and I'll make like 30 da 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 da, and like.
It was
toss up
before the
squirrels.
first conspiracy came out and they released squirrel tokens.
Exactly. Yep. So anyway, that's my experience with squirrels in Commander.
I don't think we're getting another match.
Hopefully that was a interesting story, if not at least not awful.
How many Tybalts do you own, TJ? More than squirrel tokens?
What was my last count?
You said 100,
200 something.
200, 220, 230, something like
Give or
that.
take. I should really go back and count them.
Yeah.
One less than I should. One less than I should.
You probably shouldn't have eaten that one. You probably should have faked it.
That, I seriously considered it. Halfway through that card, I was like, I could post that I finished it and no one would know. And I was so unhappy at that moment.
But
That
he
like,
was a trooper. He made it all the way through for you guys.
I'm tearing up thinking about it. Oh my god, that was awful. Cutting up the card was the problem.
Yep. You just... Oh. Done. You probably shouldn't do that.
Yep. Thank you. Yep, I've got way too many. So, overall, I think it was a fun night of Modern. We're coming up towards the end, though.
Yeah. Good night. We didn't get to get either of our Affinity players on. Next time.
Holding on to it to be named. Until then, your name remains
To be
named.
nice.
Yeah. You're only at 30. That's way more than the normal person. Congratulations. That's awesome. Keep it up. Keep doing your thing.
I
That's
mean,
a great number.
You got to meet Tybalt in Vegas.
It's true. It's my profile picture on everything. Yeah. It's very exciting for me. Very, very exciting. But until then, I think we're going to call it a night and host on over to someone else. Stick around. Be sure to join. This is the last time that you'll see me until Saturday,
Oh.
I think.
Who's here on Friday?
I have no idea 100% yet.
Nice.
Yep, but I'll figure that out later. The problem is that you're assuming that I plan.
I know that you don't plan. I just wanted to make sure they knew that.
Cool. That's fair. That way they can be impressed when it seamlessly comes together.
Seamlessly.
Seamlessly. I mean, it usually does.
Usually.
Yeah, that's all you need. Alright, I'm just going to take a look to see who's streaming by looking at my phone.
It's a solid way to handle that.
Thank you. I appreciate what you're saying to me. Ooh, Geek Fortress is on.
Oh, we should totally host them.
Right?
We could host Ilian.
You could host Iliana, or there's some rogues.
Or Z.
I'm seeing if there's any other rogues on. Alright, I think we could, let's do
Host a feline. or Z.
Feline. It's modern turns.
Nice.
Yeah, let's host
Send you
modern.
from modern to modern.
Yep. Alright, so let's go have some fun. It is going to be a great time. I look forward to seeing you all. Please do give me some hype in the chat for Loading Ready Run.
Yeah, throw in those TJ flails.
I am so much
Sorry,
the least
Fort
famous
Flails.
person of all of them. So if I can get chat behind me rallying,
Oh, yeah.
then I will do my absolute best to do a
I
side pro.
apologize. Eric and I are going to a movie at noon, so we won't be watching much of the pre-release.
That's okay actually, because that's when all like the Marshall Sutcliffe build and stuff are happening.
Oh, okay.
So you should be fine. You
Okay.
should be fine. You can watch afterwards. Holding you to that. I look forward to seeing you in that.
Totally. I'm definitely not gonna watch the Invitational instead.
So it is on Saturday. It begins at 11 o'clock Pacific time.
Yep. I definitely plan to watch when I can. I promise. I'm not lying. I'm planning on watching when I can.
It'll be fun. Thank you, Killer Beetle. I'm
Guild Luck works too.
okay with Guild Luck. Guild Luck is better. It's
Get
golden
them
luck.
foils.
I am the Golden God. Sorry, I gotta start channeling some like overly arrogant people from sitcoms. And It's Always Sunny as Philadelphia is a really good one, so I'm gonna start being the Golden God for the next like 3 days as I get myself
Do
psyched
it.
up. I'm not gonna be watching a lot of Hero of War gifts. Anyway, from all of us here at Geek Fortress, do you have any final thoughts for the night?
Nope. You covered it. You're a golden god.
I am the Golden God. Thank you, everybody, for joining. It's a pleasure having you here. And whether it's good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, just remember to smash evil. Let's go hang out. Oh, I haven't decided if I'm going to be actually dressing up or not. Chat, as I'm doing my
Of course
outro,
you're dressing up.
should I dress up?
You're
in my
dressing
usual-
up, TJ.
That's kind of where I'm leaning, but I wasn't sure if I should go casual.
TJ.
From all, tell me in the outros and tell me
TJ.
on Twitter. From all of us here at Geek Fortress, whether it's good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, I'll say it again. You're all amazing. Let's have some fun. Remember to smash evil and let's hang out with Feline Longmore. Give her a follow. Give her some hype. It's that Rogue Times, Rogues Gallery. Good times all around. We'll see you there in the future. Today, tonight, tomorrow.
Bye.